the Hilario Center in West Wego, it is the 11th annual Allstate Sugar Bowl National Prep Basketball Classic with 2 boys championship games to be decided. First up, the state championship of this event, featuring the Archbishop Rummel Raiders and the Country Day Cajuns. From the Hilario Center in West and a pleasant good evening to you. Ken Trahan with you as we march on, and we're glad to have you with us as we present this wonderful event to you and enjoy the opportunity to do so. Archbishop Rummel coming in with a record of 13-7, Country Day with a record of 12-5. It's my pleasure to welcome 2 great coaches, 12-time state championship coach Timmy Bird, of course, Bill Gallagher, a state championship coach in his own right. Gentlemen, great to have you with us. Bill, you're getting better, buddy.
Every day getting better and better. Glad to be here tonight.
Timmy, you got to get better, too. You've had some issues, my friend. What is this, the health table or what, man?
We're getting old, Ken. Just getting old. Seems like I've been around this thing for 100 years.
We're taking advantage of our Medicare. That's what we're doing.
I won't tell anybody if you don't tell anybody about getting old, okay? It's okay with me. So, all good. All right, we got a fun matchup here. When I think about these 2 teams, I think about teams that work extremely hard, play extremely hard, and are extremely well coached. Did I miss anything, Bill?
Well, it's like Coach McGuire said when he was standing by the table here before, they're both going to play below the rim today.
Yeah, that's
true. So it's
true.
that kind of a game where you're not going to have the explosive dunks and things like that. You're going to have a lot of teamwork, a lot of moving the ball around, a lot of moving without the ball.
When you look at Country Day's team at 12-5, they play tough competition. They fear no one. And Coach McGuire's done such a great job for so many years. And his team, Herman Dyson's played very well. Brennan White's played very well. Maddox Moss is a great shooter. You give him any space, Timmy, he'll knock anything down. And what I will stress to you about Country Day, but about both teams, is don't look at the size or the physical nature. They just play the game well, right?
That's right. You're going to see Country Day shooting threes, and you're going to see Rummel applying a lot of pressure on the defensive end. It's going to be a man team, and they're going to try to get layups, and they have the capability of making threes, but they're going to go into their big man and try to score in the paint.
That big man is Jamar Jones, the junior center for Rummel, and their season changed when he became when he got to basketball after playing football. Of course, they went to the semifinals in football, so they didn't get these 2 football players. He and Chance Joseph until football was over, and they're both good players. Of course, Denham Smith, the senior, is a terrific shooter for Rummel, and he came up with the big threes that set up their win, a buzzer-beating win yesterday. But, of course, the buzzer beater was delivered by the junior, T.J. Dewey, who's just fearless and tough as nails and really good on the defensive end, but he's just a good player, and he lets the game come to him. He doesn't try to do more than he can, Bill. He's just a good basketball player.
Well, Dewey, and along with most of Rummel's team, they play like their coach. And, they're a reflection of their coach, which is a very high compliment. They're scrappy. They're going to dive on the floor. They're going to play hard-nosed on both ends of the court, especially on the defensive end. And like I said, you can say that about most of the guys on that team.
You coached with Scott Thompson. He's a passionate guy. He's a good basketball coach. His passion is certainly infectious. His players feel it, but sometimes we laugh how passionate he is, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But I think he's got a bunch of kids here that identify real well with him, and they're going to play their heart out for him.
Timmy, you coached against Mike McGuire so many times, and you won a lot, then you lost a lot. I mean, he's that kind of guy. If you're going to beat Country Day, you have to beat them.
That's correct.
They're never going to beat themselves. They play the game so wisely, so smart. They're that kind of team, and he's that kind of coach.
Yeah, that's program mentality that comes out of them. They have good enough shooters. They're going to play good defense, but they hang their hat on blocking out, and they're going to take advantage of your misses. So you might get up 10, but they're going to always be around, and they're going to find a way at the end.
Just a really good team, a really good program, multiple state championships, of course, and they play in this event every year. And one thing I admire about Country Day, they'll play anybody, anywhere, and they have for years, Tim.
Well, that's the key to their success. They're going to play a lot better competition than they'll see in most of the playoffs, and it prepares them to give them a chance to win a state championship, and that's why they've been successful doing that.
That's what Scott Thompson's done. Billy went and played in a tournament in Virginia against some really good competition. 1, 2 out of 3 really gave them confidence because of the competition they played, but also he's played Ponchatoula, he's played Walker, he's playing Alexandria. I mean, again, when you play, and they play in this tournament, Rummel, for the 2nd straight year, because remember last year they made it to the finals, lost by a point to Jesuit in this event. But you toughen the schedule, you toughen your team, you toughen your players.
Well, we saw them play in the Country Day tournament where they beat a good Landry. Was it Landry, I believe, in that tournament? And then Sophie B. Wright. And then came back in this tournament and just really handled Sophie. So you can see that they're playing better. They're gaining confidence. And that's a lot of what you want when you go to these out-of-state tournaments, like when you go to Virginia. You want these kids to bond together and feed off each other and have confidence in themselves.
Yeah, I think that's accurate. You know, it's pretty interesting because you look at the schedules. They play tough people, and, you know, you try to find some common ground. They played together in the Country Day tournament but didn't play each other. But it's interesting because Sophie B. Wright actually beat Country Day earlier this year by 5. So you can look at comparative scores. It doesn't tell you everything. It gives you a little bit of an indication. But teams get better. Teams also get players back. Rummel would have an even better team, but 2 of their really good athletes can't play. Darius Davis and Jaden Martin. Jaden with an injured knee. Darius injured his knee at football, and he's got a football scholarship to Stanford. Those guys would make them a really good team and more athletic, but still good nonetheless. And we expect a really good game here tonight. Different type of game than the game we'll see later, which is bigger, longer athletes. This will be a game of teams, as we mentioned before, they just play the game, and they play the game in solid fashion and do a good job in the process. So I really expect it to be that type of game here this evening. Country Day and Rummel. Starting lineups will be introduced momentarily. Any final thoughts, Timmy, before we get this thing rolling?
Yeah, both teams take on the attitude of their coaches, and Rummel has taken on the attitude of Coach Thompson, and they're going to just play hard, and they're going to play man defense the whole game, and they're going to just try to wear Country Day down. And Country Day, on the other hand, they're going to try to make some threes to kind of negate that pressure, and then they're going to try to back cut Rummel for some easy baskets. So it'll be a nice chess match.
Well, we'll give you the starters here momentarily as they're just being introduced, and I'm making sure I got them recorded properly because you do have changes on occasion for these 2 teams. First of all, for Country Day, the starters include Herman Dyson, Andrew Nelson, Maddox Moss, Philip Antis, and Brennan White. And for the Raiders, starters include Jamar Jones, Denham Smith, Owen Baudouin, TJ Dewey, and Evan Giratano. I mean, you look at the respective teams and the respective sizes, you're not going to be blown away by looking at the sizes of these starters. You won't find anybody bigger than 6'3" on the floor for these 2 teams to get things rolling. Country Day will be in their white jerseys as the home team with the royal blue numerals and their red trim, and your Rummel Raiders will be in their scarlet red with the Columbia blue trim and the white numerals trimmed in Columbia blue. So color contrast easy to mark off as we get set to start this one. It'll be Evan Giratano stepping in the center circle for Rummel to jump it up against Herman Dyson for Country Day, as we're set to get underway with the state bracket championship game of the Allstate Sugar Bowl National Prep Classic here at the Hilario Center. And Trahan, Bill Gallagher, Timmy Bird. Still a platinum bracket game to be decided later. We'll have that live for you as well. Look forward to that. Trinity Shamrocks of Kentucky against the Peabody Warhorses from Louisiana, carrying the banner for Louisiana in that bracket. Finally ready to go. Giratano wins the tap, and Dewey saves it to Jones. We're underway, and Dewey will bring it up for Rummel. Country Day will set up playing man-to-man. Both teams like to do that. Here's Denham Smith, the shooter. Right side of the floor, Baudouin. Here's Giratano, good baseline move. Got to the sack, can't finish. Foul called. He'll shoot 2. Good baseline cut. Rummel reversed it, got the opportunity, and the foul's committed by Country Day's number 4, Andrew Nelson. It'll be his first, and obviously the first team foul. Here's Evan Giratano at the line. Giratano at 6'4". For the Raiders. Swishes the first, and that's the first point of the game. Evan Giratano. Second free throw is perfect. Raiders off to a 2-0 lead.
If I remember correctly, Giratano made a handful of free throws at that Country Day consolation game.
Here's Country Day. Andrew Nelson. Nice pass down low, but can't finish. Offensive rebound and then lost. And here's Baudouin, came up with it. To Jones. Both teams got good penetration, good looks initially. Dewey to Jones. Look out here. Crashes into a defender. Offensive foul. That's the problem for Jamard, is getting into foul trouble. That's been a real issue for Rummel and for him of late.
It's going to be a big key in the game to see who on both teams gets the centers in foul trouble.
Well, Country Day is going to attack Jones. There's no doubt about it. And he is very aggressive. So that's the issue for Jamar. There he is chasing full court, as I mentioned. Nice kick in the corner for three. That's short. Chased his own rebound and got it. Nicely done by Nelson. No one blocked the shooter, and he got home and ties the game at 2.
Yeah, he slipped away. He kind of got lost. Nobody picked him up.
And here's a turnover. Country Day coming the other way. That's too strong. And they give the ball to Country Day. So Philip Antis came up with a steal for the Cajuns. We'll keep it in front court. Antis. Now they'll restart. Dribble drive. Nice baseline pass. Beautiful pass for the layup. Can't do it better. Dyson converts from Antis, and Country Day has its first lead at 4-2. Dewey to the paint. Dewey with a leaner. Won't go, but he draws the foul. He is left-handed, so you see him going with the left hand. That's normal for him. The foul is on Moss, his first. And T.J. Dewey, the junior, at the line for Rummel. Hit the game winner on a runner over 2 defenders in the win over North Shore in the semifinal game. First is no good. Dewey very good from the line normally, and was very good in the semifinal game. Puts the second one in as he splits a pair. It's 4-3 Cajuns on top. Little man pressure, but not much here as Moss brings it up against Dewey, but you got to watch Dewey. He's proficient at stealing the basketball. Great move. To the hole. That's a super move. Off the dribble drive. Maddox. Moss scores at 6-3. He broke down Dewey and scores.
Yeah, that was an impressive drive right there and finish.
That's going to be a battle tonight with Moss and Dewey going against each other.
TJ cut off nicely. Finds Jones. Free throw line jumper. Soft touch. Jamard puts it home with the assist from Dewey. And it's a 6-5 lead for Country Day.
Country Day wants to turn Rummel into a jump shooting team. You watch, they do a very good job chesting up and taking away drives.
Moss and Dewey, dribble handoff. Dyson crashes into Giratano. Has got to be a call, and there is an offensive foul on Dyson.
That's 2 fouls on him. That's big.
That is the second on Dyson. Yeah.
That's not what Country Day
that's really
wants.
bad. That's last thing they wanted to see here. They're big in trouble right away. Casey Rizzi will check in. You mentioned that earlier. Whoever gets the big man in foul trouble early.
That's going to be key because
now they're going to look for Jamar Jones.
They don't want to get dominated on the glass.
It's Baudouin. Country Day up by 1. Good defense here. Dewey has to come get it. Free throw line extended. Hands to Jones. Finds an open Baudouin for 3. Yes, sir. Good shooter. Owen Baudouin from Jones. Rummel takes the lead at 8-6. Jones has that impact. He can.
Yeah, Rummel's going to have to make threes because
Country Day's packing it in.
Country Day is going to set the wall and prevent layups.
Good fake here. Up and under move. Can't finish. Rebound Giratano. Trying to go at Jones to get him in foul trouble. He's got 1. Denham Smith, very good shooter. Good length. He sticks it in. He's a good player. The senior sticks it home, and Rummel has a 10-6 lead.
Penetration drive is working well for him right now.
Brennan White against Baudouin. Cuts him off. Got by him. Throws it up. No good. And Jones has the rebound. Dewey behind the back, picks up his bounce now, needs help, finds Baudouin. They're going to call an offensive foul here
on Baudouin.
Against Baudouin. So Rummel turns it over. And it's his first. Team foul 2 on Rummel. The 3:59 mark of the first half. It's a 10-6 lead for the Raiders. Here's Moss. Antis skip pass. White dribble drive. Good pass in the lane. Oh, he missed with the left hand.
That's 3 easy
opportunities they've had.
Shots that they've missed.
Offhand, but still could finish that. Giratano got his second board. Giratano. A lot of movement and back cuts for both of these teams. Smith feeds the post. Jones now finds a shooter in Baudouin. No. Rebound, tip long, control Country Day. Good block out. Rizzi has it.
What is the name? 30? Yes.
With the right hand, drew the foul. Good move. And free throws are coming for Brennan White.
Brennan White plays with a lot of confidence for a freshman.
And that 2 on Baudouin as well. So Baudouin has 2 for Rummel. So the Raiders are going to have to substitute momentarily as well. Brennan White to the line to shoot a pair. Missed the first. And here come the subs for Rummel. Grant Latino and Chance Joseph checking in. Giratano and Baudouin will come out. Country Day ready to have a substitution as well. 10-6 lead for Rummel at the 3-minute mark. Second one is up. Second one is good by White. He splits a pair. And Country Day comes in with Kellen Brew. For the first time, replacing White. 10-7 lead for Rummel. Dewey with instructions from Mike McGuire as Country Day goes 2-3 zone. That's what North Shore did against Rummel and had great success after they trailed early. Dewey to Jones. Skip past Smith. He's the shooter. You don't want to leave him alone. Boom. Forget it. Jones the assist. Smith, pure shooter, has 5. It's 13-7.
Smith had a good night shooting against Sophie B the other night.
Steal by Chance Joseph on the turnover. Smith cut off, double team, tries to hook it out of there and lost it. It's on the floor. Who wants it? Anybody? And what's the call here? Country Day got possession of the timeout, so turnover Rummel. So it comes with 2:16 to play in the first. 13-7 Raiders.
Smart move by Country Day changing their defense, but when they go zone, they're going to have to know where the shooters are, and you especially have to make sure you know where Smith is.
No question.
I don't think either team is particularly happy with the way they're playing right now. They're missing some easy shots.
Sloppy.
Some sloppy passes. Foul trouble.
Done some good things on the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, Rummel's
some
doing
missed
a good
opportunities
job
on the defensive end.
After the charge, they're doing a good job pulling up and shooting a floater and then taking, the open threes. So they're taking what the defense gives them.
And like we mentioned before, Country Day's missed
They've had two really good opportunities. And a 13-7 lead.
A couple of bad passes along the baseline, too.
And Rummel just turned it over. Rummel actually has 3 turnovers to 2 for Country Day. Good fake. Switch on the defense. Skip it. 3 ball coming. Latino the rebound. Jones pulls up. Jones misses. And a rebound and a foul called here. We're going the other way. It's going to work against Joseph. His first. And team's 4th on Rummel. So each team with 4 team fouls. Next one will put them at the line. The new rule is 5 fouls. You get in each quarter. The 5th results in 2 shots. No more 1-and-1.
Still trying to get used to that rule.
Yeah. I hear you. Old habits die hard. Spread the floor nicely. Look at the spacing they have and the way they spread the floor. You got to guard against this, and it's tough. Good kick. Open three, buried.
Yeah, Rummel's got to know where he is. He's a real, last year watching him.
Maddox Moss, great shooter. 13-10 game. Yeah, Moss is as pure as it gets. Country Day stays in the zone. Joseph got inside. Quick
Nice
leaper.
strong move.
Put it on. Chance Joseph's first two. Makes it 15-10. 1 minute to play in the first. Find the open shooter again on the kick out. Not this time. And Latino with the board. Rummel rebounding well early in this game. Rummel could play for one shot here. Scott Thompson has instructed him to hold it out top. Plenty of time to kill off with 33 seconds left. .20 seconds left. Tough pass there. Good catch by Smith. Pulls up, doesn't take it. Now 10 seconds left. They'll start to go to work. Dewey is good off the bounce. Wants to go left. He does. Leaner, no. Rebound controlled. And put back. Dewey. Tip up is good at the buzzer. Should count from Joseph. That basket counts. What a job by Chance Joseph to put it back in. He's got 4 off the bench, and after one, Rummel 17-10. Difference in the game thus far. Rummel hitting a couple of threes, and Rummel out rebounding Country Day.
Well, exactly right on the rebounding right there at the end of the quarter, where they got 3 shots at it and finally put one in. So, yeah, the rebounding is really making a difference right now.
And today's coverage on Crescent City Sports brought to you by the Lamarck Motor Company of Kenner. Lamarck Ford, the #1 Ford dealer in the Metro New Orleans market. Must be a reason. Tim?
Prime example of the last play of the quarter. When you have guys that play really hard like Dewey, good things happen. He keeps the play alive, and then they get a tip in right before expiration to go up 17-10. Country Day is just not playing efficient on the offensive end, but they're doing a pretty good job defensively taking away drives. Rummel's making shots, though, so.
Maddox Moss with 5 for Country Day. And 5 points for Denham Smith for Rummel. Second quarter set to begin. Raiders up 7. Off to a good start. Cajuns basketball to start the quarter.
Dyson's back in for Country Day. He's got to really be conscious of not picking up his 3rd foul.
There's the weave, and there's the 3-point shot off the back heel, but there's Dyson for the long rebound. Something they haven't gotten, offensive rebounds, but now out of bounds. Couldn't control it, so Rummel gets it back.
Those are the kinds of errors that you just can't make.
Nope.
Unforced errors kill you, and you just can't win in tournaments at the end when you're not taking care of the basketball. So
Country Day's done a good job of denying Dewey's penetration. He's very good at that. They haven't.
Country Day's in a 2-3 zone now. So Mike's looks like.
Well, he saw the previous game tape, and North Shore had great success against Rummel playing a 2-3. That's how they got back in and had a chance to win it. Smith for 3, missed that one. Rebound controlled by Rizzi, his second board. Good pass here. Fake gun, underneath move. Oh, my. Put it back, blocked nicely by Smith. Dewey clears it.
Another opportunity missed.
Joseph on the baseline. Smith to Dewey. He didn't shoot it. Gets hit hard. No call. How can you not call something there either way? Dyson rebounds. And a layup will result. So Dyson gets the board. And Moss gets the basket. He's got 7. Country Day's within 5. No harm, no foul, I guess.
Well, that's the whole thing. That's the philosophy for Country Day. They're not going to let you just have freedom of movement going to the basket.
Latino.
Coach McGuire's changing his defense. every other possession so far.
Tough pass here, a loose ball. Smith loses it again, got it back. Rummel struggling with the ball here. Raiders pull it back out with under 6 minutes to play in the half. Good shooter, Smith, their best, but he's missed his last two. Great rebound by Joseph, and he'll score again. Chance Joseph off the bench with 6 points, and it's 19-12.
Second chance points.
Football player good when they got him back. It's really helped their team. Nice baseline drive. Good position defense here. Here's Dyson. Maddox Moss. Dewey on him. Lost his footing. It's on the floor. Great job by Giratano. Boy, that summarizes Rummel right there.
Yeah,
they play
They're
so hard.
Get on the floor, all loose balls. They're going to try to win the rebounding contest along with loose balls. So they're going to play defense.
Well, what you like about both of these teams is how hard they play. I mean, they're going to be on the floor. They're going to be all over the place all the time.
Well, if I'm a Rummel basketball player, I better play hard because I don't want to face the wrath of Thompson if I don't play hard.
Well, Dewey's nickname affectionately that people call him the human bruise because he's on the floor as much as he's upright.
Yeah.
Now, in this game, Country Day's really taken away any dribble drive from Dewey in this game.
Yeah, that's contagious when you have, your best player that's going to set the tone defensively and just the way he plays. He's a tough. Not only is he a tough player, but he's willing to sacrifice for the team.
Jamar Jones back in. He got a nice break there. He's back on for the Raiders, who are up 19-12, matching their largest lead at the 5:07 mark of the first half. Country Day will stay in that 2-3 zone. Almost missed their last couple of threes. Denham Smith out of the game right now. He's their best shooter. And that's a shot he's got to take. Instead, the offensive foul committed by Giratano and turnover results. Good job of Country Day to take the charge. Well, you get to the baseline within 5 feet, you got to score.
Yeah, Coach McGuire is going to stay in that zone until Rummel can hit consistent shots from outside. And also, if Country Day can prevent the weak side rebound, then they'll stay in that zone.
Moss to Dyson. Dyson finds space, lost his handle, but found an open shooter. Not going to happen. Jones has it for Rummel. High post Jones. Good shooter Cosentino passed it up. Jackson Cosentino in the game. He's a three-point shooter for sure for Rummel, which is why he's in against this zone. That's him with the ball now.
Yeah, Rummel needs to swing the ball with the pass.
That's a bad pass here, and that'll be a layup on the other end. On the steal, nicely done, Kalejo. His first two off the steal, and cuts it to 19-14. Good job by Country Day defensively. Dewey steps in, but he can't do anything with it. Keeps the possession alive. Gets it back. Feeds Jones. That's a good idea, but he missed it. Joseph, another offensive board, but that's blocked. Jones with a stick back. Rummel crashing the boards. And Joseph's a big part of that. He's not big.
Absolutely.
But he's a quick leaper, and he's getting offensive boards. Here's Dyson off the drive. Finds an open three-ball shooter. Bearing it is Antis from Dyson. And Country Day cuts it to 21-17 at the 3:15 mark.
Rummel doesn't seem to be very comfortable going against this zone.
They weren't yesterday. They had trouble.
That's because they don't play any zone.
Yeah, right, exactly.
So they don't get to go
but Country
against it in
Day's having a hard time rebounding out of the zone.
That's right.
Joseph cannot connect, and the rebound controlled by Antis. Tough pass, good catch, keeps the possession alive. Moss got a pick. Left baseline shot is good for 3 again, and this time it is McAllister Calejo, and Country Day is cooking now. They pull within 1 at 21-20. And they'll stay in that zone, which has been effective. Rummel had an 11-0 lead on North Shore, and Josh Carlin went zone and changed the game.
Yep.
They nearly won it. But you're right. Rummel's very good against man. They've struggled against this. Long 3 ball here. That's Cosentino, shooter.
That's it. That's how you get them to come out of their zone. You got to hit open shots, and you got to play from inside out. You need to go into the post man and then play, and then pass to the weak side, or you got to hit the open man on the perimeter.
Joseph forced that up. Dyson rebounds. Not a good shot selection there. Moss to the baseline. Dribble drive, score it, beautifully done. McAllister Calejo. Well, he's off the bench.
A game over
he's off the bench with 7 points. What a job he's done. And it's 24-22.
Yeah, Rummel's recovery defense is a step slow right now.
Cosentino made one a moment ago. That's off, but there's Joseph with another offensive board and one. Boy, has he been big.
He's just got a nose for the basketball.
The foul is against Antis, his first. Rummel with a 4-point lead at 26-22, and Rummel will come in with Baudouin and Denham Smith. Cosentino and Latino will leave. Joseph off the bench with 8 points, 4 rebounds.
Joseph
here in the first
does
half.
a real good job anticipating on shots, anticipating the miss. He's not anticipating that his teammate's going to make it. He's assuming you're going to miss it, so that's why he's there.
Cannot hit the free throw, though, and Calejo rebounds. 4-point lead as we approach 1 minute to play in the first half for Rummel. Great ball movement. There's a shooter. Oh, it's blocked. Baudouin blocked it. Jones clears it. Great job by Owen Baudouin.
Yeah, you made 6 or 7 good passes right there in that offense, and then that shot, that's like a 30-foot shot.
Country Day will stay.
Country Day's
and now they're in man. They switch back. Here we go. So Denham Smith to Baudouin. Back it out off the dribble. Smith, Joseph. 24 seconds to play in the half. Joseph faked it. Rummel could play for 1 shot now with 15 seconds to play in the half. 8 seconds left. Got to go to work. Ball's out top.
Got a trap ball right here.
Dewey finds Smith. They're going to have to force one up. Got it off with the buzzer. Oh, it's in and out. Halftime arrives, and it's 26-22, Rummel on top of Country Day. Pretty good game, guys.
Yeah, you know, as I said, I don't think either team is particularly happy with the way they're playing right now, and I think Country Day is really fortunate to find themselves only 4 points down because they've just gotten mauled on the boards and given a lot of second chance points to Rummel.
Both teams are playing hard, and Coach McGuire's got to be excited going into the locker room at half, only 4 down. They've hit a couple threes to keep this game close, but they're going to have to do a better job rebounding the ball against Rummel for sure. But they're also kind of getting whatever shot they want, so I don't think Coach Thompson's going to be very happy with the dribble drive defense that they've played in the second quarter.
15-8 rebound margin for Rummel in the first half. Turnovers, 5 for Rummel, 4 for Country Day. That's not been a big issue. And when you look at the individual scoring in the first half for Country Day, Herman Dyson, 2 points, 3 rebounds. Andrew Nelson has 2 points. Philip Antis with 3 points. You've got Maddox Moss with 7 points. And McAllister Calejo off the bench with 7 points for the Cajuns. Brennan White has 1 point. For Rummel, Evan Giratano with 2 points. T.J. Dewey just 1 point in the first half. They've taken away his driving ability. And Mike McGuire and Country Day will take away what you do best, and they've done that thus far. Because Jamar Jones, our other star, has just 4 points in the first half. Denham Smith with 5, Owen Bodwan with 3, Jackson Cosentino with 3, and Chance Joseph big off the bench with 8 points, 4 rebounds for Rummel. Adds up to a 26-22 lead at halftime for the Raiders. And, you know, looking at what happened to get to this stage, we talked a little bit about, you know, the Rummel semifinal game is one of the best games of the tournament, as it turns out. But you've had the path to get here for Rummel. The Raiders took apart Sophie B. Wright 60-28, and then the thrilling last-second win over North Shore 45-44. Country Day has looked good. They handled Family Christian 69-39, and then they beat a good John F. Kennedy team 53-47. So that's the path to get here to this game. These two teams don't see each other much. They haven't, in recent history, can't recall them playing very much at all.
Right. Coach McGuire's got to be happy, though, that Antis has only got 2 fouls. They played virtually the whole first half without their center and got no production out of the post. So it's got to be feeling, taking a sigh of relief, actually, that they only 4 down and their center really hadn't played.
Right. You know, as you said, they've taken away the dribble drive from Dewey. If they could continue to do that in the second half and improve their rebounding, you know, they're going to be right there at the end of the game.
I think they're in pretty good shape. If they can do what they're doing, what they've done is what all good teams and good coaches do. They've taken away what Rummel does best, Dewey's drives and Jamar Jones getting the ball on the block where his moves are really good. And they've taken that away thus far.
That's right. So you gotta figure what's going to be the strategy of both teams coming out in the second half. And Country Day, both teams they got to be careful of falling in love with the 3-point shot, being it's the 3rd game of the tournament for them. And you know, are they going to have legs down the stretch? And I think the team that can hit a few threes in the second half probably is going to be the team that's going to win.
I think that's a good point. Rummel's hit 3 triples. Country Day's hit 3 triples. I mean, just to give you some sort of perspective on it. And, you know, Rummel has Smith's their best shooter, but Cosentino off the bench, a good shooter. And Bodwan can knock it down. So can Dewey, but again, he's handling the ball. He's not going to get those looks.
But if he's only got 1 point, he's got to score.
Oh, he has to score. He's a double-digit scorer.
He's got to get inside and score his layups. And like I said, if they continue to take that away from him and keep changing their defense, because Rummel's a little unsure offensively because they keep changing defenses on him. Country Day knows what they're getting on the offensive end. Rummel's just going to play man-to-man. And just be hard-nosed man-to-man. So, you know, Dewey's got to get loose and at least be a little bit more of a threat in the second half.
Well, it's going to take that 3rd, 4th, 5th player on both teams that are going to have to make the difference. I know Coach McGuire is not going to let, you know, he's usually going to try to take away that 1st and 2nd option of whoever they play. And he's definitely going to try to take away Dewey. So question is, can Jones get it going in the paint? And I think also Rummel's going to have to work inside out against the zone if they're going to continue to have success.
Well, yeah, I noticed a couple of times down here when they were running against that zone defense, when Rummel was running against Country Day zone defense, that Dewey would flash to the middle and then would post up and try to get the ball. They would try to get the ball into him. I don't know if that's something they usually try to do on offense or if that's just something that they're doing tonight.
Like I said, I mean, I watched that and covered that semifinal game, and North Shore really took over the game when they went to the 2-3 zone. I mean, they were down 11-0, and they had a 6-point lead, you know, in the 4th quarter, and had a 5-point lead with 1:01 to play. And then Denham Smith hits big shots, and T.J. Dewey hits a big shot, and then Dewey gets a steal, and Dewey hits the game winner, and his time expires. So it was a great win for Rummel, a gut check win against a pretty good basketball team. I think you know the principal at North Shore. I'm just saying.
Right? Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
That would be your
Yeah,
son.
I've supported him for a while.
Yeah, it happens. I like their team, by the way. I mean, they got good guards, and they got Dawson Knox is a big, strong 6'7" post guy who's got some offers, and I think they're going to be good. I think they're probably going to be maybe the one that at least could challenge Ponchatoula in that league, from what I've seen. So
it's going to be tough to beat Ponchatoula.
St. Paul's always
it's
competitive.
It's going to be tough.
Yeah, Ponchatoula is really good, although Scotlandville beat them last night, so handling their first loss, I believe.
Scotlandville's kind of been up and down this year.
Yeah,
they won a few games, won some big ones, lost a couple of times. I was a little surprised. So a little up and down with their new coach, I think.
Of course, we have another championship game still to come after this one, the boys' national bracket game between the Trinity Shamrocks out of Kentucky and the Peabody Warhorses out of Louisiana. We'll talk about that one prior to the next game, of course, and look forward to doing that too. But here we get set for the start of the second half. 26-22 Rummel. You look at this first half. Country Day had a 4-2 lead, and that's the only lead they've had. Rummel has had the lead the rest of the way. Raiders had a lead of as big as 7. But Country Day fought back to get it within 4 here going to halftime. And I agree with you guys. I see nothing changing. Rummel loves to play man-to-man, and Country Day has been effective. I won't say outstanding, but I think they've been effective with their zone. So
it's keeping Rummel off balance by switching the zone.
Well, again, it's taking away what they do best. I mean, and anybody that saw their semifinal game, anybody that scouts them, and Chris Jennings is here watching tonight because he's got Rummel on Tuesday, and you have a pretty good idea what they'll do when they see what works best against them. So Rummel executes very well against man. Their motion's very good. But again, against zone, it's different. And it's not that they don't have guys that can shoot. They've got a few guys who can shoot, but it's all about how you attack it. And I think the point you made, Timmy, is pretty good. They probably don't work against it a whole lot, in all likelihood.
Yeah, I mean, that's the double-edged sword when you're just going to play one defense and you're not going to implement multiple defenses in your program. You just don't see, if you're going to be strictly man, you don't work against zone.
And you don't work against a good zone, even if you put time in to work against a zone. You don't see a good zone in practice.
But they should be able to get what they want against Country A, just from the fact that when you go zone, when you don't have length, it's much more difficult to be effective. And North Shore had more length when they went to the zone.
They had a lot of length. Yeah, they had a lot of length.
Than Country Day does. So Rummel should be able to get the shots that they want.
It's a good point. Thompson talked about that after the game. So their length in their zone really bothered us because, I mean, it's hard to not only just shooting the ball, getting over people, but getting the shooters and preventing shot opportunities. So interesting stuff. 26-22 Rummel at the half in this state bracket championship game. Another good crowd tonight. We've had good turnout for this event this year. Junior high bracket really brought some more people into this too, Tim.
Yeah, we were excited to do the 8th grade tournament, and we're planning on expanding that next year to 16 teams, and we're even considering doing 16 girls teams. So we're going to have much bigger participation in the middle school next year.
And Country Day won the junior high tournament 37-34 in the championship game against John Curtis Christian. Great game. Some good young players on that floor in that game, including Deuce McAllister's son for Country Day. Deuce was here watching the whole time. It's great to see him. Kim Mulkey was here earlier yesterday, watching somebody named Jada Richard, who we just saw in the last game score 37.
Yeah,
who's an LSU commit. She's terrific. Man.
She's a special player for sure.
She's a real deal, buddy. All right, Raider ball to start the second half with a 4-point lead. Country Day will open man-to-man here.
Good.
So left side, Giratano. We reset it. Jones at the high post. Dewey, right side of the floor.
Country Day comes out in man.
Nice pass to Dewey. To Giratano. Baudouin. You can see how Rummel looks more comfortable against this, right? There's Jones on the right block. Scott Thompson signals a play now. Shooter Smith. That's long. Not close. Nelson rebounds. Here come the Cajuns. Great pass. Beat him down the floor. Great pass. And Anta scores. Beautifully done. Country Day within 2. But that's not good transition defense.
Well, Timmy, you said it before. They're a little bit slow. Step slow in that transition defense, getting back.
And if you'll notice, Country Day's probably going to try, when Jones catches it, the whole key is
there's a bad pass, turnover.
Don't let him have any space to work in.
Oh, great pass.
Look at that.
Dyson scores. Country Day off and playing great here to start the second half. They've tied the game at 26. A couple of bad possessions for Rummel, and now a fumbled ball here.
I love it. Scoring off your defense.
Yeah, that's what they've done. And they've got to get Dewey and Jones going here, Rummel does, or they're going to have a tough time winning this game. Got to his left, and it's what he wants to do, and that's what he does well. Dewey with his first basket of the game gives Rummel a lead at 28-26. Right back into the hand of Nelson. Backdoor cut, miscommunication, turnover.
And the backdoor cut was there.
Yeah, just indecisive on the cut. You have to make your decision.
You have to go, yeah.
Skip pass to Smith. Made his first one, but he's missed 3 in a row. Dewey not going to shoot from 24. Backs it out off the dribble as they reset. Bringing Jones out way high to handle the ball. So he hadn't had enough touches. Got Jones the ball in the paint here. Finds Giratano. Tough skip pass. Smith penetrates the lane. Leaner is no good. Dyson rebounds. Behind the back, beautifully. Oh, he found an open shooter. Extra pass. Beautiful ball movement. Got to the sack and missed it. Wow, Jones rebounds his fifth.
Yeah, that's a tough miss right there. He did a good job getting to the
good drive to the basket. Yeah.
Did everything right but finish. 2-point lead for Rummel with 4:45 to play in the third. Jones handling the ball out top. Denying Dewey the ball. He finally get it to him about 35, 40 feet away. Good job by Moss to deny him the ball. Bad pass. I mean, that's just a very careless play.
Rummel's got 4 guys on the opposite end of the court on offense, so I don't know if it's mental fatigue they're going through right now, but they don't have proper spacing in the half court.
Cajun ball with 4:21 to play in the third. Chance to tie or take the lead here. Evan Ledson's 4-2. Got there off the dribble and got the fall. Good drive by Antis. Gets the fall from Giratano. His second.
When the defense is up in you, that's what you have to do. You have to make them pay by driving the basketball to the goal, because it's going to be a foul every time. What you can't do is back up and just allow them to get up in you.
Antis, good shooter, makes the first, and now he'll look for the tie.
It was a good left-hand drive right there.
Second is perfect. Let's start over, tied at 28. At 4:05 to play in the third quarter. Cut off Dewey nicely. It's just good position defense.
Yeah, they're doing a good job, Country Day.
Jones with a great spin move. Oh, it's in and out. Dyson rebounds. Chance for the lead here. Skip pass. Extra pass. And a turnover. Giratano, good job. Hits the floor.
I think he passed up a shot there.
Nice move by Dewey, up and under, draws the foul. That's where he's really good. On the move, going left. Foul is on. Andrew Nelson, that's his second. Fouls are no factor in the game, which is good.
Yeah, the referees are letting them play, so you don't notice the referees out there, so that's always a good thing. If you're a coach, that's what you want to see.
That's New Orleans style basketball.
Dewey gives Rummel the lead with the first free throw. He's got 4 points in the game.
You don't always get that kind of officiating in other parts of the state.
Casey Rizzi back in for Country Day, replacing Antis. You've seen a bit of it too, haven't you?
Well, really, when you're in the playoffs and you have to have a neutral association, and you get guys even from Baton Rouge or further up north, or Hammond even, they just call it differently.
Yeah.
It's just the way that they're taught, I guess.
The way Country Day came out, you would think they would be up, but Rummel still has the lead.
Right.
30-28. Raiders with 3:21 to play in the third. Dewey with 5 points now. No one for either team is in double figures yet. Antis with 9 for Country Day. Joseph with 8. Joseph has not played in this half yet, and he was really a big spark for Rummel in the first half.
He was huge.
And Calejo for Country Day, a big spark in that first half.
McAllister has been huge. 2 bench players really were the best players for these teams in the first half. But again, you look at Country Day, Maddox Moss does have 7. He's one of their stars, of course. Herman Dyson with 4. Brennan White with just 1. Both teams have done a pretty good job of taking away the best things of the other teams thus far. That's what good teams do, good coaches do. So who's going to step up and make plays? Jamar Jones had a good spin move down low recently, but wasn't able to finish. But they haven't got many of those opportunities, and they haven't been able to get Dewey in the lane much. Country Day, on the other hand, has gotten some looks, but they'd like to get their primary guys more looks, like this guy here, Maddox Moss, great shooter. Brennan White. Out of bounds. Country Day keeps it. Joseph in the game for Rummel.
Joseph took a shot to the mouth.
Yeah, saw that. Shaking it off. Set play off the pick. He hit it, and it counts.
Oh, and a foul.
And a foul. What a big turn of events here. Off the inbounds pass, found the shooter, Brennan White. The foul on Baudouin, a chance for a rare 4-point play, and that's Baudouin's 3rd foul. White with 4 points. Country Day takes the lead at 31-30. First lead since 4-2. And what are they saying? Are they going to say after the shot?
That's what it looks like.
After the shot, so they get possession. Interesting. If you foul them on the follow through after, I don't know.
That's potentially a bigger foul if they score another basket.
No kidding.
Over this.
You don't see that very often, do you? Here's Dyson. Cross-court pass knocked away, stolen. Dewey has it.
Yeah, a couple bad decisions by...
And there's Dewey. And what he does, he finishes, and Rummel takes a 32-31 lead. Dyson, great pass. Can't finish. Jones, strong rebound. Jones affected that shot. He's got 6 rebounds. .2:15 to play in the third. A 1-point lead for Rummel. When Jones finally sees Joseph, he was there. Works his way in, but can't get it. Rizzi. Moss will finish. Country Day has the lead.
Yeah, Rummel's transition defense has not been very good.
Not good at all. No, not good at all.
Completely agree. That's been biggest issue for Rummel. Dewey for 3. Bam. Boy, has he come alive.
Got a nice shot.
He's got 9 points in the quarter, and that's why Rummel's back on top. 35-33. Just a matter of time for him. He's a good player. Country Day setting it. Brennan White, high screen to Dyson. Tried to force it up. Jones, strong hands, will get the board. His 7th rebound. So he's doing his job in that regard. And now Dewey will slow it down out top with 1 minute to play in the third quarter. Rummel up by 2. They're up by 4 at the half. Spread the floor now. Joseph off the dribble to Smith. Dewey, double team, triple team. Kick it to Joseph. They weren't going to let him do anything there.
They're trying to get it. They're trying to get it to Smith.
Joseph. And Rummel content to play the passing game here with a 2-point lead. Knocked away out of bounds by Dyson with 25 seconds to play in the half. Country Day with the reserves coming on now. 3 of those. Antis in. Kellen Brew in.
Yeah, you got
Kalejo in.
25 seconds. It looks like Coach McGuire is substituting defensively.
And nobody in foul trouble for Country Day. Rummel has Bodoan with 3. Inbounds pass to Dewey. Hits the floor. Got it to Smith. Now 17 seconds. Scott Thompson telling his team what he wants. Playing for 1 shot with 10 seconds left here. Giratano with a high screen. They got to get going. 6 seconds. Dewey can't get by his man. He's going to have to take a 30-footer. There's no chance. So not a good finish for Rummel there. They held the ball too long and didn't really do anything with it there, but they do take a 35-33 lead into the fourth quarter. And the game, that particular quarter, had 6 lead changes, and Rummel comes out of it with a 2-point lead, guys.
Country Day's doing a good job sitting on Dewey's left hand. And if they're going to win this game, they got to make sure they prevent his production. So got to take away his left hand on drives, and you just got to make sure he doesn't get open looks on the 3.
Well, you know, it shows how much we know. We talked about them, you know, switching defenses and keeping Rummel off balance, and they stuck to mostly man-to-man, and not even the zone that they were in before. They went man-to-man that quarter.
And played it pretty well overall, but the difference for Rummel to have a minor edge is Dewey. He scored 9 in the quarter. And not forcing things. He let the game come to him. So fourth quarter set to begin. A 2-point lead for Rummel. Country Day will have it to start the quarter. You got Dewey with 10 for Rummel, Joseph with 8. Country Day, you got Moss and Antis, each have 9. And the fourth quarter begins. Here's Moss against Dewey. It's been a good matchup. Dyson way out high against Jones. Good defense, great pass. Lost his man. Brew with an easy layup off the pass from Dyson, and we're tied at 35. Dewey goes right. Strong move. He finishes.
Yeah, it was a great acrobatic move at the rim for sure.
2-point lead for Rummel. Dewey's got 12. That's a charge.
Yep.
No doubt about that. Great job to take the hit by Baudouin. That works against Brew, his first. 7:12 to play. Rummel by 2. Got the feeling it was going to be this kind of game, and it has been. Really felt like these two teams were evenly matched coming in.
Yeah, it's going to go down to the wire.
Jones has been quiet. He has to go out on the floor to catch the ball. Here's Dewey. Finds a shooter in Smith. In and out. Rebound Dyson. Open 3. Should be red ball, and it is at the 6:41 mark. You mentioned, Timmy, it's tight rim. Some of these shots look like they're going in, and they don't, right?
Hey, good luck.
On both sides.
Yeah, you don't get any help with these rims in this gym, that's for sure. It's got to be a pure shot for you to hit a three.
Dewey up and under move. Oh, look at him finish. That kid's tough, man. He just went after it. He wasn't giving up on the play. Got the board, got the foul.
He's just relentless in his effort. You know, Country Day is going to have to try to keep. They're going to have to try to face guard Dewey down the stretch and prevent him from having the ball.
Missed the first. He was short.
That's his second miss of the night. He's a pretty good free throw shooter.
He is. It's 3 for 5. Country Day comes back with Andrew Nelson. Yeah, points are precious in this game. It's going to be one of those games, one of those grinders down to the wire. That's the kind of game this has been.
Well, not only did we think it was going to be a close game, but this is pretty much the pace, scoring-wise, that we thought it was going to be.
3-point lead for Rummel. 6:21 to play. Yeah, there's just not much to separate these teams. I mean, we saw that from the start.
They're pretty even.
Dribble handoff, dribble drive, got there, up and under, and one, and a chance for the tie. Off the dribble drive. Count the basket, the foul on Denham Smith. Beautiful drive.
Good strong move by Nelson.
Andrew Nelson with his 4th point of the game, and now he has a chance to tie this game.
I don't know if Country Day has found something, but that's like the 3rd or 4th time that they've driven hard to the basket from the left side off that offense.
Calmly puts it in. We're tied. Start over with 6:08 to play, tied at 38. Full court pressure here.
Full court.
And they got back very nicely to cover up. Good extra pass.
Oh.
Smith passed up the shot, but he got to the rim. Denham Smith with 7. His first point since the first quarter, and it's 40-38. Moss with an up and under. No. Jones a strong board. His 8th. Well, he's not getting the ball on offense, but he's certainly doing the job.
Good job
on the defensive side. Country Day's just taking him away in this game.
Yeah, not sure why he's so far away from the basket right now. Now he's posting
Now
up.
he's in. He comes back out again.
Big boy. When he gets some more ground shakes.
Tough pass there. Smith handles it. Double teamed on the baseline. Dewey dribble drive. Up and under. Boy, he slices to the hole. He's been the best player in this game, but that happens a lot.
That was his easiest basket of the night.
Yep.
He's got 15, and it's 42-38 Rummel. 3 ball, and it's 42-41. McAllister Kaleo
again.
Boy, has he been big off the bench. He's got 10, and it's 42-41. Timeout with 4:48 to play. I mean, Kaleo he has picked up this team in a gigantic way.
He went on a good stretch in the first half with 6 or 8 points in a row, and that hitting that big 3 right there, that was clutch.
Yeah. What role players are going to step up towards the end of the game?
Well, there's your guy right there, Kaleo.
Right.
Yeah, you got some guys that maybe.
It was Joseph for Rummel earlier, but not in this
right.
game.
Now you're going to get some guys that maybe are have a little more legs left. You know,
It's going to be interesting to see if Country Day comes back in the zone. I'm anticipating we're going to see that here in the next couple of possessions.
Well, it's all about Dewey. It's all about the fact that when they went man, he's taking over.
That's right.
I mean, that's
exactly
right.
right.
And I don't think applying full court pressure helps either. I think that plays right into Rummel's game.
No,
You're giving up too many lanes for Rummel to run the floor and get easy buckets.
1 point lead for Rummel with 4:48 to play in this state bracket championship game.
Yeah, dropping back. Let's see if this going man. It looks like a stand in the man, maybe.
And, it's okay, but they're extending their defense in man too much, and they're giving up lanes to the bucket.
Ready, go.
Jones out high. That's what he's had to do just to handle the ball in this game. He decides he's going.
That's a nice move.
He's going. Oh, he's going, all right.
Great move by the big man.
Raiders with a
Good
3-point lead.
and handling the basketball. Did a really good job.
He can be that guy down the stretch here because he's that kind of player. He's been very quiet offensively. He's got 6. 4:10 to play. Oh, look at Jones. What a play by Jones, and he wins the ball. How about that play? Smith keeps the possession. Remember that play by Jones. Both sequences, his great move on the offensive end and then that great defensive play.
Yeah, Rummel has stole the momentum here for sure.
3:47 to play. Can anybody get to a 2-possession game here? Rummel playing the possession game here. Layups only. You just heard Scott Thompson yell it.
Yeah, you run your offense, you just run it high, you look for that open layup.
And Denham Smith. Defender blocks him. That should be 2 shots. And the foul committed by Nelson, his 3rd. Will put Denham Smith at the line with 3:18 to play. He's got 7 points in the game, the senior.
I haven't worn my dress shirt.
Rummel's got a couple of seniors. They got a lot of juniors on this team. Smith's first is good. He's got 8 points. And the lead is 4. Got them both. 46-41 Raiders with 3:18 to play.
Country Day needs a big shot here.
Baudouin hits the floor. Got up. They go to Dyson. He walked. He traveled. He picked up his foot. Sure did. 8th turnover for the Cajuns. It's been a pretty cleanly played game. Only 8 turnovers for Country Day, 7 for Rummel. Full court pressure here.
6, okay?
Break it to Dewey, but Rummel doesn't want to attack. Dewey could have attacked there. Now he does. Oh, he got hit, and he's down. Middle bounce up. Wasn't shooting. It's on the floor. The foul is on 22, Antis. Graham Jarrett, got you, buddy. Love you. He's watching. 5-point lead. Inbounds pass knocked away out of bounds by Dyson with 2:52 to play.
Country Day needs a stop here, and they need a bucket.
Baudouin looks for Jones. Tough catch. He's in traffic. It's going to be a tie ball, or it should be. It is, and it'll be Rummel possession. They got a break there. I think Mike McGuire wants a 30 here. So a timeout, Country Day with 2:47 to play. Rummel up 46-41. Ken Trahan with coaches Bill Gallagher and Timmy Bird. All right, so if you're Rummel right now, I think, Bill, you want to spread the floor. Just get the ball in Dewey and Smith's hands and let them handle the ball.
Yeah,
and bring Jones out high to catch it.
You run your offense high, looking for the layups, try to get the ball. Jones is going to come back out to reverse the ball, but you try to keep the ball in Dewey's hands and let him go to work.
Back to play we go. Got it to Baudouin, who hands it to Dewey with 2:44 to play and a 5-point lead.
Country Day's got to get the count here, or they're going to have to put him on the free throw line because Rummel's going to hold the ball.
That's a 5.
Well, he called a 5 there. So there's a turnover for Rummel with 2:26 to play. You like that call? I don't know.
I wasn't. I thought he broke the.
Thought he broke it once.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did break it once. You get the. Yeah.
Oh, there's a good handoff dribble. Oh, found a shooter for 3. Oh, big basket.
That's what Rummel needed.
Country Day. Brennan White cuts it to 2 at 46-44 with 2:07 to play. Shooters knocking it down.
That puts a little bit more pressure on Rummel.
Big pressure. 2 minutes to play. They can't just hold it. Here's Dewey. I mean, they can kill time, but they've got to have the right guys in.
Force Dewey to his right. Make the big fella handle the ball.
Denying Dewey here. Got him back door. Nice pass. Oh, it's blocked.
He had his left shot, too.
Blocked by Nelson. Here comes Country Day. Passed it up. Now for the lead. Right here. Wide open. No. Rebound, Denham Smith. Minute 25 to play. Down to the last shot. You knew it would be this way. Well, we certainly thought it would. And it's turned out to be that way. What a block by Nelson on the last possession for Country Day.
Yeah, it was a great play.
Timeout Rummel. Smart timeout by Scott Thompson. Didn't want to get another 5 call, and they got to know what to do. Dewey's going to have to go right because they're not going to let him go left.
Yeah,
handling away out there.
Smart move by Country Day. Make players beat you with their opposite hand. And then what they need to do here out of the timeout is prevent Dewey from catching. Make someone else handle the ball.
Yeah, you may want to run somebody else at him, double him up, and make him throw the ball, make him pass the ball. But then you don't want to leave a shooter open. But if they're going to hold the ball, then you might be better off doing that and getting it out of Dewey's hands.
Well, if they can get Jones to handle the ball, make him handle it under pressure, you got pretty good odds that something good's going to happen for you if you Country Day. But you don't want Dewey at the free throw line, so you need to make sure he doesn't have the ball.
Right.
109 to play. Rummel 46, Country Day 44. It will be Rummel ball coming back from the timeout.
Now they got Chance Josephs in.
Another ball handler.
Coming off a football, you might be somebody you might want to put on the free throw line just because he's not in midseason form. Usually takes a good 2 months before you get midseason form if you're a football player.
Baudouin to Dewey. Dewey to Jones. Jones had to pop out of there with it. Finds Dewey with a minute to play. Back to Jones. Takes it to the hole. And he's going to be tied up. Jump ball to Country Day.
It's good. Country Day, something good happened to you with Jones trying to play out of position. You know, he can handle the ball, got good footwork, but it's just not something that he does day in and day out.
57.3 seconds left. Country down 2, and Country Day has the ball with a chance to tie or take the lead. The game on the line, and Mike McGuire wants a timeout with 54 seconds left. 2-point lead for Rummel. We had an overtime game in the last game. Dewey, by the way, had his wrist hit hard, and he's holding it now.
And
his
that's
left
a
hand
shooting
too.
hand.
He's not coming out the game.
He got 2-point game. Looks like Coach McGuire's putting in
Kaleo. I mean, he's the shooter. He's been the guy for them. 2 threes. He leads them with 10 points off the bench. Dewey with 15 for Rummel. Smith with 9 for Rummel. Maddox Moss 9 for Country Day.
I think Coach McGuire right now should show 3-point shot, but be looking for a 2. Be looking for a rim shot. Get Jones away from the basket. Might not been a bad idea to take his center out and go 5 shooters.
Kaleo did check in. He's an outside shooter.
Yes.
Get a 2 here and then call timeout and get your defenders back in the game. Nope, Coach McGuire left Dyson in.
Yeah, Moss will bring it in. Moss will get it to Dyson, who's unguarded, way out top.
3-point shooters in.
So they go to a 1-4 set here. Now they'll pop Alejo out top off a pick. They go to Moss.
Oh.
Moss dribble drive, wraparound pass, and he threw it away.
Good idea, but I don't think Dyson was ready for it.
No, that's a tough pass to make, though, guys.
This Kaleo was open on the drive.
41.2 seconds left. Full court pressure. Rummel's having trouble getting it in. Wise timeout Dewey. 41.2 seconds left. The timeout taken by Rummel. As Good job by Country Day of denying the inbounds pass there.
This is where your scouting report comes in. You want to make sure that you put the worst free throw shooter on Rummel's team at the line. If you can't get a steal here or get the 10-second count, you don't want to let them take too much time off the clock.
No, because that's exactly what they're going to try to do. They're going to pull everybody up high again, spread it out.
Yeah, you don't even let it get into the front court.
Right.
Inbounds pass will be the key here. And who you get the ball in the hands of. They don't have to foul yet. It's a 2-point game.
Yeah, well,
but if Rummel can get it in bounds and kill 10 to 15 seconds, then a foul comes into play.
You don't want Smith or Dewey shooting.
Well, they're denying. They're not playing the inbounds pass. So they're trying to find Dewey, and they do. He'll split two and find Jones in the middle, who finds Baudouin, who wisely goes out top to Dewey. Good, smart move.
Got a
Back
foul.
to Baudouin.
Got a foul.
To Dewey. For Dewey. Near the timeline, finds
I
Smith.
thought he bounced it on the line.
Well, they fouled Denham Smith. He just missed the line. He was still in the front court, but they fouled Rummel's top shooter. So Rummel's got the guy they wanted the line. And Nelson commits the foul. It's his fourth. So you got Denham Smith at the line to shoot two. Remember, there's no 1-and-1. But he's got to make both to make it a two-possession game.
Country Day let 20 seconds run off the clock.
Thought they'd foul with about 30.
I think they wanted to.
And they fouled the best shooter, and he's 3 for 3.
That's not the guy you want at the line if you're Country Day.
I'm looking out on the floor, and I don't know which one of those five I'd want to put at the line.
Well, he and Joseph are their seniors. The others are underclassmen, but he's their best shooter. He's got 10 in the game, and this is the big one here because this would make it a two-possession game. We know Country Day's a three-point shooting team. Pops it, drops it. Never a doubt. 48-44 Rummel with 23 seconds left. Country Day needs a basket. Dyson all the way on Jones. Wild shot. Oh, they called a foul. That's a big foul call there on Jones, and now a chance with no time off the clock. 17.3 seconds left for Dyson to change this. These are big free throws. Only the second foul on Jones. Remember, he picked one up right away in this game. Missed the first. So now this one becomes gigantic. I mean, Country Day has to have this one. Giratano comes in for rebounding purposes, replacing Joseph. You get the size in there at 6'4". Dyson second needs this one, and he got it. He's got 5. It's a three-point game, 48-45, 16 seconds left. They got it to Dewey. That was a good idea. And he's fouled with 13 seconds left. The foul committed by Antis. Well, if you can't get it to Denham Smith, Dewey's the other guy you want to get it to.
Yep.
I mean, Smith's the guy you want. He's deadly from the line. But Dewey's pretty good.
He's missed 2 tonight.
He has. But he's also made 4. He's 4 for 6. And the key for him here is to make 1.
That's all you need.
That's really what it boils down to.
And just make sure you don't foul.
With 13.2 seconds left. Dewey with 15 points in the game. And he's way short. I mean, not even close. Way short. And now Country Day still has a real shot. Back in for Country Day, Kellen Brew.
Yeah,
and Brennan White. They're going to make him think about it. Time out here. So they'll make him think about it. Well, you wonder about legs, too, at this point. I mean, no excuses, but, you know, you're playing every day. Free throws are a lot about legs, too.
A little bit,
yeah.
And he hadn't come out. I don't think he's been.
He hasn't come out. No, he's not. He's played wire to wire.
Right.
So, and they're ahead in this game because of him. So,
no question.
But he's got to make one if they want to ensure, or not ensure, but virtually. How's that? Virtually ensure a win. I want to make sure I get my language correct here. Today's coverage on Crescent City Sports brought to you by the Lamarck Motor Company in Kenner. The Lamarck Pre-Owned has a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles, all makes and models. We even have great deals for under $12,000. There must be a reason. And thanks to Rhino Shield, Mid-South. You tired of painting year after year? Go Rhino. Rhino Shield resists chipping, cracking, flaking, or peeling. And is backed by a 25-year warranty. Get your free estimate. Visit RhinoShieldMidSouth.com or call 833-233-7181. Tonight's coverage on Crescent City Sports brought to you by Gibbs Construction, a leader in the construction industry in Louisiana and the Gulf Coast for more than 45 years. Transforming dreams, visions, and plans into reality. Gibbs Construction. Thanks to Larry Gibbs, our dear friend. Here is Dewey at the line. Big free throw here. Put it in.
Yeah.
Got 16. It's a 4-point lead. 49-45. 13 seconds left. Country Day needs a quick basket. Dribble drive. Fumble. Got it back. Put it up. Blocked by Jones. Cleared by Jones. Jamar Jones has won this one for the Raiders. Joseph will put it up and missed it, but it doesn't matter. Rummel wins the game, and they win the championship of the Allstate Sugar Bowl state bracket, 49-45. Well, only fitting that Jones would block it. I mean, they took him out of the game offensively, but he had 8 rebounds and gets a big block to close the game. Good game, guys, and a good win for Rummel.
Clutch plays down the end by Rummel. The big block, the big free throws there, and they did enough.
Yeah, their go-to guys.
You want me to go do it? You want to do it? Okay, you guys keep talking.
They're good. Their go-to guys made the difference down the stretch and made the plays that you have to make. You know, congratulations to Coach Thompson. It's a big win for the Rummel program. And,
he struggled up until this year with Rummel trying to get the kids to play his style of basketball.
All right, Scott Thompson with us now, guys.
More and more pleased with what's going on.
We got Scott Thompson with us now. So, Scott, first of all, congratulations. Came so close last year. This year you finish it. I know you're proud of this team.
Yeah, no question. You know, when you're competing against a team of that level talent and that level of coaching, it demands your best. And we knew we needed to respond from last night. A little bit of a choppy effort where we finished strong, and we came out tonight with tremendous purpose and resolve. And these guys, Country Day, obviously pushing us to our limit. You know, we felt like we had to play from out front, and we kept the lead for most of the game there, and so it allowed us to move the basketball. But ultimately, again, it was the defense. They caused problems because of their shooting ability, and you have to stay closer. You can just stunt a little bit and get back. So we did a good job overall of staying in front of the goal. I mean, in front of the ball, in front of the basketball. And then, you know, the rebounding was effective. So
they like to take away what you do best. They did that with Jamar to a degree, but TJ in the second half stepped up and was gigantic.
No question about it. You know, Jamar, he's that unselfish of a player, you know, that he gets that attention, opening it up for the other guys. And I thought we had really good ball movement. You know, I thought our guys cut with a purpose, and that everything counted, getting into their legs defensively. So just very, very proud of the guys. Continue to knock on the door a little bit harder, and we just got to stay at it, get ready for a tough district slate, you know.
What does it mean to take home a winning trophy from an All-State Sugar Bowl event?
You know, we had that runner-up plaque from last year, and that meant something to us as we're building here. And we put it right in the middle of the locker room, right in the middle of the red R. And we said, either way, this is going to disappear tonight because this team's getting to the next level. And we earned it in 3 tough wins, and that's why you're here. Outstanding event with Mr. Daniels and yourself in the Sugar Bowl. So we appreciate it all, and just very, very grateful for these young men. It's an honor to be able to work with them, with student athletes of this caliber.
Congratulations, Scott.
Raider pride.
Denham Smith makes the all-tournament team, among others. Gentlemen, I'll throw it back to you.
Yeah, congratulations to Coach Thompson and his players and the Rummel program. It's a big win for them, like we said before. And they're playing in a tough district this year, and this will probably give them some needed momentum going into a district that really there's no bad teams.
So Jamar Jones also makes the all-tournament team. He had a really good tournament. This is the first game he didn't score double digits and had double-digit rebounds twice as well. But in this game, he was held to 6 points and 8 rebounds, but he had the big block at the end.
Right,
yeah,
some big things. He played very well defensively tonight.
Well, he's a force. They got a nice inside-outside package in Dewey and Jones.
Yeah, when Smith is playing well, which he does most of the time, he gives him that third wheel, which is what you need. You need that third guy, and he's typically been that. He really was largely responsible for them winning their semifinal game.
Huge for
the
them
first half.
Keeping the lead for him.
And there's your MVP, TJ Dewey, and Mike McGuire clapping. Oh, he's class act. Country Day's nothing but class. I mean, these are two good programs, two class acts, and they enjoy competing against each other. It's a good game. This wasn't a beauty contest, but it was a good game.
I always like to say that the key word there is programs. These are two good programs, not just two good teams that might be good one year and struggle another year. These are programs that year in and year out are going to give you quality on the floor.
Congratulations to Country Day as well for a good tournament. You don't have to worry about them. They're going to be at least in the round of 8 in their division. You know that, Timmy, every year, no matter what.
Yeah, the schedule that Coach McGuire plays is always going to afford him the opportunity to go deep in the playoffs, and I can see them being a Final Four team.
Country Day getting their runner-up trophy right now. Dewey finished with 16 points, a couple of assists, a couple of rebounds, a steal. What's really negative about Dewey is he only had 1 steal in this game. Usually you're used to seeing a ledger with him. He's got 4 or 5.
Boy, that's going to drop his average.
There's no doubt about it. So he had to go on Moss much of the game. Moss moves well without the ball, and he handles it pretty well, too.
They went at each other on both ends. They were guarding each other. That was a battle.
And now Rummel will go get their winning trophy. Coach Scott Thompson. So look, I mean, I'm happy to see Scott coaching again and doing what he's doing. I mean, Bill, you work with him, you know him better than anybody, and he's a good basketball coach. He's an incredibly passionate guy who has a lot of love. And the one thing about Scott is we look at Speedy Martin, who would make a huge difference with this team on crutches right now, and Darius Davis right in the middle. Those guys would be 2 of their 3 best players. And
they would be a totally different team.
Oh, they're electric guards, and they really miss those kids, but they're with the team all the time and care about it, which is pretty special. But Thompson's a passionate guy, good guy. He does it for the right reasons. He teaches and works very hard, and nothing but credit to them. Look, they're going to be a problem for – that league is very good, first of all, Bill. You know that league very well. They're not the best team in the league, but they're going to beat people because they play so hard all the time. And, I mean, you got to beat them. They went to John Curtis and beat John Curtis. And if you saw John Curtis here in this tournament, you would have been impressed.
Like you said, there's not a bad team in that district. And they may not be the best team in the district, but they may be the best team in the district.
Well, I really like the Jesuit team, and you saw them against Brother Martin. I think that's a really good-looking team. St. Augustine's enormously talented. And John Curtis has got really good guards. Jimmy saw them. And, Rummel's a good team. And Cart will defend you like as good as anybody. And Holy Cross, I mean, they sure do look the part. So.
Well, the problem with playing Rummel, you might get a win against them, but then the next game they've beaten you up so much. Good job, Coach. Good job. They'll beat you up so much that you won't.
Well, that's it.
You won't win the next game. That's the problem
exactly
with
right.
playing them.
And next weekend is really going to be a challenge because that district plays Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, they play Tuesday, Friday, Saturday.
Tuesday, Friday, Saturday.
Well, I think this is going to prepare teams like Rummel and Curtis and Holy Cross very well for that because they just did that.
Well,
here in this tournament, they played 3 in a row.
They're going to have to build mental toughness, all the teams in the district, which will give them all a better opportunity in the playoffs.
I agree. Look, I just think that's going to be a fun league to watch because I don't think there's a great team, but there's a bunch of good teams in that league, and they're going to, I think, beat each other to a degree. But someone's going to emerge, and I'll tell you, I've seen, having seen Holy Cross in this tournament, I've seen them all now. And, I mean, if you're asking me, I think talent-wise, St. Augustine might have a slight edge, but I think Jesuit's really good. I think Brother Martin's good. And I think Rummel and Curtis are good. I mean, I think those are good teams.
It's the best I've seen that district in years. I can't remember the last time that this district has been that deep,
And let me tell you something about Brother Martin. They've stepped up their competition, okay? And, I mean, they needed to do that. I'm sorry they don't play in this event. But
you're right.
They played Vanderbilt Catholic, who's really good. They played St. Thomas More. They played Lafayette Christian. Of course, they just played St. Augustine. They played Madison Prep. They played Walker. Played played some team called Riverside. Played Archbishop Shaw. Okay, they played Carver. That's a tough schedule. Brother Martin has really stepped up the level of competition. And I don't care if they've lost 3 in a row. That's really going to help that team.
Yeah, Chris Beal did a much better job, I think, and he'll tell you that too with his scheduling. Yeah. Dropped a couple of schools that, he owed games to or whatever because he's a nice guy. He's going to fulfill his commitments. Yeah. But he had to build up that schedule, and I think that he has done that.
Rummel Jesuit this Tuesday night will be a fun game to watch at Jesuit. I mentioned before I was just really impressed with the Jesuit team that I saw last week. I mean, they're 17-1 in the state. There's a reason for that. They got length, they play smart, and they defend really well.
Rummel's going to have to recover with their legs, so probably a good job for Coach Thompson to give these guys a couple days rest and make sure that they're fresh, because Rummel's the team that you don't want them playing in a game all fatigued, because it takes away their #1 attribute, and that's, the defensive intensity that they play with. That if that goes, well, then their biggest attribute leaves them and makes it a lot more difficult for them to win. But they take care of the basketball fairly well. They have enough shooters on the outside, and then they got the big fella in the middle along with Dewey. So they've got a chance for sure in every game, and I know Coach Thompson's proud of his guys for winning this tournament.
Yeah, they're going to lose games, but they're not going to get outworked. They're going to work as hard as anybody.
Well, the games, especially Tuesday night, I think points are going to be at a premium.
Oh, I think I'd give Jesuit an advantage given what I've seen, but also they're at home and they're rested. So but I would never sell this Rummel team.
It's going to be a defensive battle, and on both ends. Both those teams play really excellent defense. What did Jesuit do the other night? They held Carr to 3 points in the second half, I believe it was.
It was unbelievable.
Rummel's got to clean up.
They shut them out in the fourth quarter.
Rummel's got to clean up some of their transition defense.
Yes, totally agree.
Yes. Can't give up 10, 12, 14 points in a game where you have uncontested layups.
Totally agree.
They're going to have to play every second of the game and make sure that points are a premium.
All right, let's flip the script, guys, because we have one more to go. The finale, which is, of course, the national bracket of the boys' championship of the Allstate Sugar Bowl National Prep Classic. And this features Trinity Shamrocks out of Kentucky, 12-3 on the year against the Peabody Warhorses at 17-2. Any discussion of this game has to start with Charles Smith and who he is, what he's accomplished. Timmy, you know him very well. He's just an awesome coach and a really good man.
Yeah, Coach Smith has got, I think, 48 years of being a high school head coach in the state of Louisiana. I had the good fortune of playing him many times. He's been a Nike Elite program, I know, for at least 25 years. And one thing about his teams, they're going to be fundamentally sound. They're going to play great defense. They're going to have great athletes. And the whole key for him in this game is, can they make enough three-point shots against a great Trinity team to give himself a chance to win?
All right, we'll talk about, you've seen these teams, Timmy. You've watched this tournament. Tell us, first of all, what you see from Trinity.
So Trinity has got depth. They've got all the pieces that you need in high school. They've got a 6'6", 6'7" center that's a two-way player. Actually, he's a three-way player. He plays defense, he's good on offense, and he blocks shots. Then you have what they're playing, a four-man. That's a four-star rated player that can really shoot the three. 6'5", 6'6", nice body. He can put it on the floor. He can create points for himself. And then they have solid guard play. And then they have a trash man that's going to just do all the little things. So they got all the pieces that you need to be a really good high school team. They play a tough schedule, and they're going to be battle tested. They're expecting to win this game and be the champion of this tournament. But you cannot count out a program like Peabody with a great coach and players that also expect to win.
Bill mentioned Charles, and when you think about Peabody, it's inseparable not to think about this coach. It's amazing to have 5 decades, basically, and almost 1,200 wins. I mean, just remarkable, man.
I've got that many decades, but I don't even smell the number of wins this man has. It's just amazing the string of consistency that he has had through the years at Peabody. It's just an amazing job that he's done. And just amazing that these kids get to still, be affected by such a good guy.
Yep. And with regard to Peabody, Timmy, I mean, you watch them play. First of all, they're physically imposing. They're a strong team physically. To me, watching them, it's all about whether or not they shoot the ball well, because if they shoot it well, they can win this game. If they don't shoot it well, they're going to have trouble.
Yeah, traditionally, if you want to analyze his teams, typically you have a chance sometimes with a Peabody team because they're not always a great shooting team from outside. One thing Coach Smith demands discipline on his team. He's old school. He doesn't put up with any foolishness.
Like that.
They can get down by 12, 15 points, and they're not out of it. And they proved that the first round game. And I like it because they're always going to be in the game. And the one thing that you don't control sometimes whether or not your guys are making shots, but you always control as a coach whether or not your guys are going to play hard. And he's going to demand that they don't back down. He's going to demand that they play hard, and he's going to demand their best. So I like the Peabody program, and that's why we always want them in our tournament. They were in our tournament the first year we had it. They made our tournament better, and they made our tournament again better this year. So, I like and respect what Coach Smith has done. He's dominated the central part of the state every year he's coached, and he's had a team that a lot of people have feared for a long time. So, one thing for sure, they're expecting to win this game. And if Trinity takes them lightly, Trinity's going to get beat.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. If you're Trinity, I'm sure they're aware of Coach Smith and Peabody to an extent, but they can't blink tonight. Because if they blink, whether they're ahead or behind, they can't blink against Peabody.
Yeah, it's going to be a war. Now Trinity's they have a great program also with a great coach, and you get to this point in the national bracket, that's what you expect. You expect players that are confident, and you expect well-coached teams. And you better expect a war, because traditionally, playing in a lot of these championship games, you better bring it, and you better be ready to go to war, because it might be a 45-40 game, and points are going to be hard to come by. So if you think it's going to be a finesse game, then you might as well pack your bags up and go home, because that's not going to happen.
Well, you probably wouldn't have gotten this far if you thought there's any kind of finesse going on. I got to say, too, it's just amazing all the years that I've, been with you guys and covering these that's how many close, and not just close, but competitive games this tournament has put on. That's just amazing. The teams that you get here, and how you guys put the brackets together and come up with all these competitive games, especially when you get to today, to Saturday, the finals. I don't remember the last time. Maybe there was a girls' game a few years ago that was a real washout as a championship game. But every other game goes overtime or goes close. It's just amazing.
Well, I mean, the games today, the girls' games were great. I mean, Mandeville and Amy were down to the wire. Now, Mandeville wins 66-54, but it was much closer than that. They went on a run to end the game in what was a jump ball game all night. Then, of course, you had the brilliant overtime game in which Lafayette Christian emerged victorious 68-66 over John Curtis Christian, and you saw the brilliance of LSU commit Jada Richard, who had 37 points in the game. And of course, we just had the boys state championship game, a 49-45 win for Archbishop Rummel. And I would expect this, watching these two teams, I would expect this to be that type of game too. Peabody can win this game, and I'm speaking from their perspective, if they shoot the ball well enough. They don't have to burn the nets, but they're physical and strong, and they defend well. Trinity is extremely well coached. I really like watching what they run, how they do it. For Peabody, watch Jordan Matthews. He's a senior at 6'5", and he's just strong as can be. And, I mean, he's a wall, and he's just tough as nails. Really impressive. For Trinity, Jimmy mentioned a lot of guys. Julius Edmonds, the 6'6" junior, is a really good-looking player. Wears number 0 for them, but we've watched these two teams play throughout this event, and not surprised that they both got here to the championship game. And Timmy, Riverside Academy, Scotlandville held up the banner for Louisiana in this tournament for many years. Can Peabody do that here today?
You know, you got a lot of people in Louisiana pulling for them, and we, you know, because they're a local team in Louisiana, you know, they're the underdog here, and so you're always rooting for the underdog. I think they can win, but I do think they're going to have to hit a few outside shots to make Trinity come out, to open up some driving lanes. If they can't hit some outside shots, it's going to be tough for Peabody to win this game.
Bill?
Yeah, I agree. They're going to have to, you know, hit some shots from the outside, have to keep the intensity up defensively, and hope, as I said before, hope that Trinity blinks. And if they blink and they can go on a run, you know, they can pull off the win.
You know, I think Peabody's big man, Jordan Matthews, is going to have to rebound consistently with two hands. Sometimes he gets a little lazy and rebounds with one hand, but he's got, you know, he's a 6'6" post player that's athletic, can handle the ball, and he's very strong. So he needs to play up to his ability, and he needs to play according to what his body looks like. And if he imposes his will, then Peabody's going to have a great chance to win this game.
Two teams getting set for this one, the finale of the 2024. I got to get used to saying that. Allstate Sugar Bowl National Prep Classic. It is a new year. Happy New Year, one and all. We appreciate everyone joining us. Let's go ahead and set the starting lineups for this contest. First of all, for the Peabody Warhorses, 17-2, under the direction of Charles Smith. The starting lineups includes a 6-foot junior, Rashad Mitchell. Also a 5'10 senior, Gregory McGinnis Jr. A 6'2 junior, Isaiah Jones. A 6'5 senior, Justin Burns. And a 6'5 senior in Jordan Matthews. It's Mitchell, McGinnis Jr., Jones, Burns, and Matthews for Peabody. For the Shamrocks of Trinity, Kentucky. The starters include a 6'6 junior, number 0, Julius Edmonds. A 6'2 senior, number 2, Dre Vassar. A 6-foot junior, number 10, Josiah Layson. A 6'6 sophomore, number 11, Jaden Johnson. And a 6'4 senior, number 13, Alex Johnson. Mike Szabo is the coach of Trinity. Outstanding coach. We're impressed with what he's done and what they run and how they execute. So championship game ready to go. Now keep in mind, this is the Platinum bracket, so these two teams played earlier today. And that, Jimmy, that was a big challenge when you were in this tournament playing all the time at Riverside. How do you approach that?
Well, that's why you have to be so mentally tough. You know, and we were fortunate. We had some mentally tough kids that wanted to desperately win this game. And the difference is, by playing two high-caliber games in the same day, if you don't have mental toughness, you're not going to win. But if you don't have mental toughness, it will translate 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks down the road and help your teams be a whole lot tougher.
Well, Peabody has won 9 state championships of Charles Smith in Louisiana, and that is the 5th most in the history of Louisiana prep basketball history, so no surprise with the great program that they've had. Warhorses are going to be dressed in their white jerseys tonight, the home team with the black print and the black numerals on their jersey, and Trinity is in the green tonight, their primary color, with the black numerals and white trim as the starters are introduced. And get a good look there at Jordan Matthews and just how impressive he is. So final huddles exist as we get set for the final championship of the Allstate Sugar Bowl National Prep Classic. Ken Trahan with Bill Gallagher and Timmy Bird, and we appreciate each and every one of you joining us and appreciate the Allstate Sugar Bowl for helping make this happen. Couldn't do it without him. Our crew, Scott Tasted, along with Matt Beal and Pearson Morgan. Teams on the floor ready to jump it up to get this one started.
Ken, keep an eye on Jaden Johnson, number 11 for Trinity. I think he's going to be the key for Trinity. It's going to be really important for Peabody not to let him have open looks.
Well, he's 6'6", he's long, and he's only a sophomore.
Yeah, he's a highly recruited player, and he can really shoot it and stretch the floor, and he can put it on the floor and get to the rim. So
other than that, he can't play.
They've got to make sure that he doesn't go off in this game.
Tip goes to Peabody. And it's Chandler. This is Julius Edmonds. This is Gregory McGinnis. McGinnis outpost. Great high-low look. Layup good. Beautiful look. Matthews found Burns for the layup. And a good start on a set play
Great
for Peabody.
Great play by Coach Smith to open this game.
This is Vassar. Dre Vassar against stingy man-to-man defense. Josiah Layson. There's Johnson. Right side of the floor. Vassar dribble drive. Pull up jumper lane. Good. Tied at 2. High-level basketball you'll see here as we see every year in the Platinum Championship or National Championship of this tournament. Fumble the ball out of bounds. Careless turnover. Can't have that if you're the Warhorses.
Vassar's one of those top 3 players for Trinity that you have to watch also, because Peabody's they're going to have to keep him out of the lane.
Vassar. Johnson, Alex Johnson. Jaden Johnson. This is a long 3-ball. What a rebound there by Vassar. Hits the floor, and they call traveling. So Vassar got the board, but hit the floor, and the turnover. 1 each now for these two teams.
Trinity does a real good job rebounding the basketball with all 5 guys. Just a really sound, fundamental team.
Robert Garland in the game now for
Coach Smith doesn't mess around. You gave up an offensive rebound, he pulled him out.
Oh, yeah, no, he's strict.
He's not going to fool around. 3-ball coming. Good shooter.
That's what they're going to have tonight.
Rashad Mitchell knocks it down. And Peabody with a 5-2 lead. Go on the right block to Alex Johnson. He's got size. He uses it. Can't finish, but chips it in. Just used his side there, Alex Johnson, with a follow-up, and it's 5-4.
A nice tip in by Johnson to get in between 2 Peabody players.
Long 3-ball here. That's off. And Johnson gets the rebound, the second. This is Jaden Johnson to the high screen. Spin, left-handed up, strong move, he's fouled.
That was a nice little left-handed baby hook right there.
Foul's going to work on Jordan Matthews, and that's his first.
To be a sophomore, Jaden Johnson's got a really nice body.
First of all, you don't see that move and that shot very often in today's game, especially not from a sophomore.
Now, the question you have to ask yourself is, being this is the second game of the day, will Johnson have the legs to be shooting NBA threes?
Second one is in. He splits a pair. He has his first point. And this game is tied at 5 early on. This is McGinnis. Penetration. Kicked it down low beautifully. Can't finish. Edmonds rebounds. Got a little bit too deep on that one. Double team. Got it out of his hands. Johnson cut off on the baseline. Ducks underneath, though, and missed it. Fights for it. Knocks it away out of bounds to the Warhorses.
Yeah, I think Peabody's on the offensive end is going to have to get more guys involved on the glass. They're trying to get this thing done on a miss with one guy rebounding. The wings have to come crash and have to rebound if they're going to be able to win this game.
Tied at 5, under 5 minutes to play in the first half. Nice pass, good look. Burns knocks it down. 2 assists now for McGinnis. 7-5 lead for Peabody. Nice little pocket pass. Fumbled by Johnson, retains it. Fall away, that's tough. But an offensive rebound. Vassar, he's got a couple of those. Can't finish this one. Another offensive board, Vassar. 3 chances. Put it up, Johnson missed it. Long rebound goes out of bounds, and that should be Warhorses basketball. 3 chances there for Shamrocks, couldn't finish.
So Coach Smith is going to be getting on his guys right now because I don't think he likes the effort on the rebound on the glass.
Yeah, you can't give up that many opportunities, Bill, typically speaking.
Yeah, he knows his guys have to rebound.
This is similar to Country Day in Rummel in the first game with all the second chance points that Rummel was getting early on. Just too many offensive rebounds for Trinity right now.
So 4:03 to play. First quarter, 7-5 lead for Peabody in the championship game of the Allstate Sugar Bowl National Prep Classic Platinum Division.
Now, Coach Smith's son is one of the assistant coaches, and he does a lot. He does a lot of the little small things that we as older coaches don't like to do. So it helps when you got your son on the bench and doing all the little tasks that high school coaches don't want done. I think I'd probably coach for about 30, 40 years if I could have that.
If you pay me well, just saying. Whistle, gone the other way.
The illegal screen.
So that's going to work against Burns, his first. Second team foul. Lose the possession. Trinity ball down 2. Good fake. Lost it, though, on the way up. It went over the top of the backboard, I believe. That's, in fact, the call.
Hit the clock up there.
So that's a turnover against Trinity, their second of the game. Giving it back to the Warhorses. Tough rebound. They're going to keep it right here. Great job on the board by Burns.
Yeah, you got to let Burns come down. Your block out's one thing, but you can't take his legs away.
You can't move into him.
Too strong. Offensive rebound and stick back. And that's Burns. Boy, he's been great. 6 points for Burns. And it's 9-5 Peabody. To the basket. Can't put it, but the put back in. Edmonds, the offensive rebounds for Trinity, a major factor early in this game. They're getting second chances constantly.
Almost every possession they're getting second chance, I think.
Thought about it, took it. No, when you think about it, you typically don't make it.
It's too late.
Vassar rebounds. For the lead. Won't go down. Rebound Burns. Boy, he's been a force early. 3-ball, good shooter. Oh, boy. Spun out on him. And a rebound controlled by Jaden Johnson. And a turnover. On the steal by Mitchell. Third turnover for Trinity. That's short by Matthews. Good seal. And a rebound taken down by Edmonds. Open for three. Bang. Jaden Johnson. He's got 4, his first triple of the game.
We'll see if that continues, if he can still make those shots.
And a lead now for Trinity at 10-9.
Shots. And Matthews can't settle for jumpers. He's got to get to the rim.
That's his strength with his physicality. Minute 25 to play in the first. 10-9 lead for Trinity.
Trinity's playing a sagging man. It's almost like a zone.
Off the bounce, off the heel, long rebound, controlled by Pfeiffer. They're going to make the Warhorses beat them from the perimeter. No question about that. There's Burns, but he's short. Tip in good. That goes to Matthews. Jordan Matthews gets the rebound tip in, and it's 11-10 Peabody on top. Nice move by Johnson, and Alex Johnson can't finish. Tip no good. Rebound, stick back again with the offensive rebound. It's Edmonds. He's got 5 boards in the game at 4 points. And it's 12-11 Trinity. They're killing Peabody on the offensive glass.
Yeah, they're killing them on the boards. Peabody's going to have to do a better job rebounding.
Out of bounds turnover. Peabody's second of the game.
Definitely can't have unforced turnovers.
Well, when fatigue sets in, that's one of the first things that occurs is those unforced turnovers.
Last shot forthcoming in the quarter, it appears. 12-11 Trinity with the lead. Should have the last shot here. Open shooter Johnson, long distance, in and out. Wow. And the rebound controlled by Chandler, and that's the way
he's got a lot of range.
First quarter ends. Yeah, he does. 12-11 lead for Trinity. What stands out to me in the first quarter is the rebounding. I mean, they dominated. I mean dominated, mostly on the offensive glass. 15 rebounds to 4 in the first quarter. Peabody, and they're only up a point.
Peabody cannot win this game if this continues. They have got to, I'm sure Coach Smith is going to be addressing that problem that they're having.
Yeah, I can just say the same thing. I mean, the rebounding has just been the difference right now. Yeah, well, Peabody's got the lead, but, that's not going to continue.
The problem is Peabody's relying on Justin Burns to do all the work, and that's just not fair. They need to be kicked in the butt, and all 5 guys got to go rebound on the defensive end.
Matthews certainly has to be more active and get inside and mix it up some. I mean, he's got the size to do it.
Yeah, he's deferring too much, and he's not being very aggressive. His body language is not what you would expect with the body that he has, the strength that he has, the ability that he has. He should be dominating down there. It should be one shot for Trinity, and that's it.
Second quarter underway. Good pass down low, spin, but lost it.
See,
into the hands of Johnson.
Matthews should have had that.
Should have had that ball. Yeah.
Blocked, but a foul called. It's going to work against Peabody's Robert Garland. That's his first. Free throws are coming.
Yeah, Alex Johnson, when he catches, he's looking to drive every time.
Yeah,
watching him.
I was just going to say that. He's very aggressive.
Yeah, he wants to get to the cup, and he wants to, score 5 feet in.
Buries the free throw. Alex Johnson with 3. Another coming.
Peabody's got to make sure that they don't let Trinity get 10 ahead here.
14-11 lead. 7:20 to play in the half. Just settles for the 3.
It's too deep.
Off the bounce. Good rebound, though. Burns has been their man, but he's short. Burns goes and gets it again. He's short. Burns fights again, but can't get this one. And coming out of there with it for Trinity is Vassar. Goes all the way. What a move. Vassar scores. He's got 4. And Trinity now with its biggest lead at 16-11. And they're starting to establish themselves pretty solidly here, Bill.
Yeah, Coach Smith is not pleased with Matthews right
at
now.
all. No, not at all. He went right out to him and had some words with him.
Yeah, that timeout right there was for the benefit of his players. That's not a timeout for him to rest. That's a timeout to chew some butt.
To get chewed up.
Just wants effort, right?
That's it. What he wants is his players to play, above their ability. He wants them to overachieve. He wants them to give maximum effort. And, you can clearly see by you got one guy rebounding, and they need 4 on the offensive glass rebounding, and they need all 5 guys to rebound on the defense end.
They got to work a little more on offense, too, and quit settling for that early 3-point shot.
Especially off the bounce. Tried to feed the post and took it away. Julius Edmonds with the steal. 3rd turnover for Peabody. Pull up Vassar. No.
See, he's got to have that.
He doesn't move his feet enough, right?
He's not aggressive enough. He's deferring on everything.
Substitution for the Warhorses. Bunch of them. Isaiah Jones is in.
So this is a good move.
So is Adrian Sewell.
Leaving him in.
Good move on Coach Smith's part.
DeMichael Chu.
Trying to send a message here. He wants some effort. And he wants his guys to play a little smarter.
Find an open shooter. Johnson. No good. Boy, these rims are tight. Matthews got that rebound.
They're too stagnant. Peabody's not moving.
NFL's worse than college.
6:13 to play in the half. Jumper 15. That's way strong. And Johnson comes down with it. Jaden Johnson. And he's on the run. Johnson with a nice Euro step finish. That's special.
Peabody's got definitely
6.
Showing fatigue.
Yeah, I think one team looks a lot
today.
One looks a lot fresher than the other, doesn't it? Doesn't that seem to be the case?
If you'll notice, Trinity's just packed it in the paint. They're in the 2-3 zone right now, and they're just daring Peabody to shoot it.
Keep it right here. Again, Burns works the offensive glass to keep the possession alive.
Peabody's getting what they want out of Burns.
He's doing everything for them to this point, but they need help. And a substitution for Trinity will be Avery Fresher checking in. Isaiah Jones off the dribble, backs it out to restart. This is a long 3, and that's not even close. I mean, again, just settling. Open look for the new player in the game. Man, there's Burns with another rebound. He's got 6 already.
Yeah, Burns is carrying Peabody on his back right now.
Pull-up jumper, again, just not a good-looking shot. It's on the floor, and it's controlled by Trinity. This is Jaden Johnson. Boy, he's got a good handle. Vassar. There's Jaden Johnson. Nope. And there's a good rebound
Vassar
for Peabody.
does a great job for Trinity getting in the lane and setting up his teammates.
Nice move. There you go. Penetration and a finish by Isaiah Jones, his first two. And it's 18-13. It's their first points of the quarter. Their first points in about 6.5 minutes, guys. Jaden Johnson bumped, no call. Wide open three. Spins out. Boy, as mentioned, you got to drop this thing right in the basket in this room. Matthews, nice move here, but boy, that's way too hard on the shot. And the rebound by Layson. Loose ball. Got it. And miss it. And Burns, guess who, on the rebound? He's got 7 of those.
Burns looks really tired.
3 ball.
Needed that.
Converted by Sewell from Burns.
There's a big shot coming off the bench. That's what they need. And then sometimes you got to play you got to play your guys coming off the bench to send a message.
I mean, as tough as it's been for Peabody, they're only down 2, 18-16.
As poorly as they've played, they're only down 2.
Sometimes it's a blessing when you got guys that come off the bench and can put a little bit of fear into the starters and send that message that, hey, you're not going to come out here and get it done. I'm going to take your spot.
Shock Troops doing a good job to steady things here for Peabody.
You know, Burns has really kept them in the game.
Yeah, with his hard work. I mean, he's got 6 points and 7 rebounds plus an assist at this point. 3:46 to play in the half. 18-16 is the lead for Trinity. Ken Trahan with Timmy Bird and Bill Gallagher from the Alario Center in West Wego.
Peabody going with a smaller 5 on the floor. Burns got enough rest. He's coming back in.
Running the weave here. High screen. Good denial here. But he turned to get to the paint and scores. That's just good stuff on Vassar.
Yeah, Vassar's a really good player.
And it's 20-16. Look for 3. It's in. Garland knocks it down. McGinnis, the assist, is 3rd. And it's a 1-point game. Peabody hitting a couple of 3s. Said they'd have to shoot well to win this game. High screen and roll. Got to the basket. Can't finish. Tip up. No. Fight for the ball. Finally rebounded by Garland on the run. A chance to take the lead. He tries to right-hand it up. He got knocked down. Vassar gets the foul, his first, and at the line is Robert Garland with a chance to give Peabody the lead. Garland with a 3-pointer off the bench, but he's not going to make this. And substitutions. Matthews back in, Burns back in after getting a blow for Peabody.
Peabody needs to try to take the ball away from Vassar, keep it out of his hands, because he's the engine that makes Trinity go.
Second by Garland. Can't hit that either. Knocked out of bounds, though, and it should be Warhorse basketball, and it is. So missed them both to get the next opportunity.
You know, as hard as Trinity is playing, the advantage they have on the boards, things like that. They've only got a 1-point lead. That bodes well for Peabody.
Yeah, Peabody's not going to go away because Coach Smith's going to pull every lever that he can to get his team going.
Matthews takes the corkscrew jumper. It doesn't work, and the rebound controlled by Layson. Let him shoot it. He will, and he hesitated. And again, when you hesitate, you typically don't make it. Out of bounds to the Warhorses at the 2:09 mark. Trinity's cooled off.
Yeah, you know, Trinity's got their best shooter out of the game, and it's probably a smart move on their coach's part so he can have some legs here going into the fourth quarter.
Off the dribble, 3-ball, no. Chipped around. Great offensive rebound. Put it up left hand, no. Chip up, no. Chip up, no.
See now
another opportunity. 3-ball for the lead, yes.
See, Peabody now has got all 5 guys rebounding.
Yep. Big stuff.
Good things happen when you
rebound.
Yep.
And it's 22-20 Peabody at the 135 mark. Spin move. Johnson forced it up. No. Got it back. And he's blocked but fouled. Great effort by Johnson. They're going to say on the floor, I think.
Coach Smith
Burns gets the foul. That's his second.
Coach Smith has sent that message to his team, and it seems like now that they're responding.
Might you get Burns out here with 2 fouls with 1:22 left?
Absolutely.
I would. I mean, you're right in this game. Got a 2-point lead at the moment. Can't afford him to get his third.
And they made a run when they went small.
Yes.
Alex Johnson with 5. Substitution as Jaden Johnson is back in for Dre Vassar.
Yeah, they can't afford for Burns to get a third.
Johnson missed the second. Rebound controlled by Burns. His 8th board already. 1-point lead for the Warhorses. Man-to-man defense. Burns posted up, couldn't find him. Patience with a minute to play in the half.
They got Johnson back in for Trinity.
All the way, Isaiah.
Crossover dribble. Able to maintain possession. And now the Warhorses just back it out. Off the dribble with the 1-point lead. Long 3, my goodness. I mean, you held it and then did that.
Yeah, that's not what Coach Smith wants.
Offensive board, but knocked away, stolen, and here they come. All the way. Johnson put it in. Great job by Trinity there. And it's 23-22 Trinity, and now 8 seconds, 7, 5 seconds. Burns going to have to go up, fall away. No. Knocked out of bounds with 1.5 seconds left to Trinity. So Warhorses could have held it there. They didn't, and they'll go to halftime down.
Burns has done a great job limiting Edmonds. Edmonds has been non-productive for Trinity, and he's been a force in this tournament.
Didn't get it off in time anyway, and halftime arrives, and it's 23-22 Trinity on top of Peabody. I guess, guys, you can see the fatigue. I mean, they played these teams played earlier. You can tell.
Yep.
Yeah, both teams, you know, you can tell, you know, they got to get back in here at halftime and catch their wind, get off their feet.
Yeah, 2 things. The team that rebounds and the team that gets the loose balls is going to be the team that wins. But it's really what we expected. We expected a close game. We expected a physical game. And when Peabody decided in the last 4 minutes of the second quarter to get physical and start rebounding, it changed the momentum of the game.
Well, as poorly as we said that they have been playing, they never were really behind by more than 2 or 3 points throughout the half. So they kept themselves in a position that, hey, once the switch
Right, I think they got down by 6 or 7 is at the most. Yep.
And tonight's coverage on Crescent City Sports brought to you by Rhino Shield Mid-South. Tired of painting year after year? Well, go Rhino. Rhino Shield resists chipping, cracking, flaking, or peeling, and is backed by a 25-year warranty. Get your free estimate. Visit rhinoshieldmidsouth.com or call 833-233-7181. Thanks to Rhino Shield and Kevin Mamahat and his fine company. Deeply appreciate them. Scores in the first half, looking at the scoring. First of all, for Peabody, Rashad Mitchell with 3 points. Isaiah Jones has 2. Zadrian Sewell with 3. Jordan Matthews with 2. Isaiah Jones, I mentioned, with 2. 6 points for Justin Burns, who has 8 rebounds, and 6 points for Robert Garland off the bench with 2 boards. For Trinity in the first half, Julius Edmonds with 4 points and 5 rebounds. Alex Johnson with 5 points and 3 boards. Jaden Johnson, 6 points and 3 rebounds. And Dre Vassar with 6 points and 5 rebounds in the first half. Trinity had a definitive edge for a while, but Peabody went to the bench and it really sparked them, and they came storming back to fight back to take the lead, only to trail by 1, 23-22 at the half. Bill, a pretty interesting first half. Again, not lighting the world on fire, not a great half, but a very competitive half.
Well, it's pretty much what I expected. I didn't think that the score would be much different than this at halftime. As you mentioned, both teams played earlier today, so I think that has definitely made a difference in the way that they've attacked, in the way that they've played defense, and it really showed a difference, with Peabody's lack of rebounding early on by their starters. As you said, they made some substitutions, kind of lit the fire, and got us where we are, 1-point game.
Rebound edge to Trinity, 22-15 in this game. A lot of offensive boards. They've been really good at that. Peabody tightened that up a little bit later in the half, and that's one of the reasons they're right there at 23-22 at the break. And again, just to reset what's happened here today, we've brought you 4 championships games. This is the 4th one that we've been able to bring you today. The first game, the girls gold bracket championship game, won by Mandeville 66-54 over Amite. And Alana Benoit was the MVP, 20 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists in that game. And she was simply outstanding. Congratulations to the Lady Skippers. Then you had the girls platinum bracket championship, which was an instant classic. Fantastic game, overtime game. Lafayette Christian 68, John Curtis Christian 66. Jada Richard, the LSU commit, stole the show with 37 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, and a steal. In the boys state championship game, another good competitive game. Archbishop Rummel fought off Country Day 49-45. And the MVP was junior T.J. Dewey, who had 16 points, a couple of rebounds, a couple of assists, and a steal. So that gives you the rundown of the championship games we've had here today. This is the concluding game of the 11th Allstate Sugar Bowl National Prep Classic. I can remember the first one. First year, games played at the Pontchartrain Center at Country Day. At Rummel, they played games different locales because they didn't have, the number of courts that you need at the Pontchartrain Center, which is why they found the Hilario Center, which has 6 courts, and they've been playing games on 6 courts the whole tournament. It's been a really good home for this event, and obviously made possible by the Allstate Sugar Bowl, and couldn't do it without their support. So our thanks to the Allstate Sugar Bowl for making this happen. So again, at halftime here, it's 23-22, the lead for Trinity over Peabody. Jimmy, we were looking earlier, you and I. We always like to see what happens from the players you saw the previous year. A guy we loved here last year, Jizzle James. He's playing as a freshman at Cincinnati, averaging over 8 a game as a freshman. We saw he was pretty good. Of course, that's Edgerrin James' son. And you knew he'd be successful. He's not tall, he's like 6'2", but he's just a really physical, good player, smart, can shoot it, tough physically.
He's going into a great conference to play. I mean, it's an incredible conference. They've got so many good teams in there. I'm going to have the good fortune. I think I'm going to be able to see him play. I think I'm going to that game I think Baylor plays him at home.
Cincinnati?
Okay.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's just a typical Big 12 body basketball player. And I think he's going to have a good career. You know, he's 6'2". He's got the athleticism of his dad, under control, very athletic, and just a really good player. You know, if he was 6'4", you could almost say he's almost a lock to be an NBA player, but probably 6'1", 6'2". But yeah, we had good fortune of watching him last year.
Well, I'm looking back at this event started in 2011. You know, Kimball out of Dallas won it that year. Rico Gathers was the MVP from Riverside. Douglas won it in 2012 from Oklahoma City. Stevie Clark, a scoring machine, was the MVP. Remember that one. Then Riverside Academy wins it 2013 to 14. Von Julian and Jordan Andrews were the MVPs those years. Montverde, remember that here. 2015, Ben Simmons, the MVP. Riverside in 2016, Jared Butler, the MVP. Scotlandville in 2017, Javonte Smart, the MVP. Riverside in 2018, Jared Butler, the MVP. 2019, national bracket, Bishop Laughlin of New York, Justin Champagne, the MVP. State bracket started that year. Landry Walker won it, and Shedon Green was the MVP from Landry Walker. 2020, Scotlandville won it. Reese Beekman was the MVP. And the state bracket that year, Booker T. Washington of New Orleans won it. Kyron Ratliff was the MVP that particular year. And 2022, because they skipped 21 with the pandemic, Newton of Georgia won it. Ja'Kai Newton of Newton was the MVP. State bracket, McGill Tulin of Mobile won it. Barry Dunning was the MVP. 2023, Olympia from Florida won it. Jizzle James was the MVP. And Jesuit, the state bracket winner a year ago, Josh Washington of the Blue Jays was the MVPs. Bring back some memories to you, man?
That's a pretty good all-star team of MVPs that you just mentioned.
Yeah, I tell you, we look forward to this tournament, and you know, hosting this tournament for so many years. Our kids felt like they were supposed to win, and we had some good fortune here. We lost a couple heartbreakers when we played. When Ben Simmons, Mount Verde, beat us in the semis, and then we lost in the very first game of the tournament. You know, we lost in the finals. So I think we were good for the tournament because we had good crowds that in the final day, and had some real excitement.
We had good crowds here today. The Mandeville meet game, pretty good. The Curtis Lafayette Christian game, good crowd, and the Rummel Country Day game, really good crowd.
Excellent crowd.
So, just again, and adding the junior high tournament this year was huge. Brought a lot of new people in, and that's going to be a big success moving forward. Great idea. Country Day won the junior high tournament. Boys only. They want, as you mentioned, Timmy, maybe girls next year too, but great stuff. Really good, and thoroughly enjoyed it. I see Ed's dressed in his Mardi Gras stuff. I guess he's got to go to that parade function again tonight like he always does. So,
well, Ken, we appreciate you covering this tournament, and we know all the effort and all the background stuff that goes into broadcasting these games, and we know it's not easy on you and your crew, and just really appreciate Crescent City Sports for covering this tournament all these years.
Mike Szabo has his Trinity team on top, 23-22 at the half. Charles Smith and the Warhorses. Well, it's been a very interesting game. It really looked like Trinity had control early, but Peabody went to the bench, and that's when things changed. I mean, they played with energy, and they really came on and played much better. That's right.
That could end up being the difference in this game. Hopefully it sent a message to some of the starters that, Coach Smith is not going to put up with a second effort. You know, it's the little bitty things. It's using both hands. It's getting to loose balls. It's, you know, making sure you're there a step ahead of the other team. And I noticed last 3 minutes of the quarter, in the second quarter, Peabody started sending 5 guys to the boards. I'm sure Coach Smith told them that, look, if everybody doesn't rebound, you're coming out.
But, you know, the big guys for each team, Matthews for Peabody and Edmonds for Trinity, both kind of stayed in the background in the first half. So, you know, I kind of think whichever one of those guys wakes up first might.
Well, if I'm Coach Smith, I'm trying to take Vassar out of the game, and I'm trying to take obviously
go to Burns.
Johnson.
Great idea, set play. They're good on set plays, aren't they?
Yeah, see, he's getting after Vassar now, trying to prevent him from getting the ball. A smart move by Coach Smith.
Really smart move. Great job by Peabody, which is taking a 1-point lead and creating the turnover here. The fourth on Trinity.
They did the same thing to start the game, if I'm not mistaken, with a set play. It got them 2 points.
Well, McGinnis has got 4 assists, and Burns has been a good finisher. Dribble handoff here.
They're playing a zone.
Yep.
Looks like they went to a 3-2 zone, Trinity.
Put it on the floor. That's a mistake, and a turnover here. On the run, Vassar. Free ball, no.
Vassar's got great vision.
That's a foul on Peabody. Great offensive rebound by Vassar. His 6th rebound of the game. It's going to work on Burns, and that's
his third.
That's his third, correct? Yep. That's 3 on Burns, and that's huge.
Yeah.
And what does Coach Smith do here?
Very early in the quarter to pick up your third.
Yep. Off the inbounds pass, no. And Matthews gets a board, his third. And they're going to take him out, it appears, a first opportunity, which is not going to help Peabody. Burns has to be careful here before they get him out with 3 fouls. 1-point lead for the Warhorses. 3 ball coming, no. And run down by Alex Johnson, his 4th board.
I've got Dwight McGee from Crescent City.
Left baseline. Back him down. Nice pass. Put it up and missed the layup. Got it back. Put it in. Draw the foul. Edmonds on the stick back. His 7th rebound. His 6th point in the foul by McGinnis. They killed him on the offensive glass in the first half and do it again here.
Yeah, this game's it's going to come down to who wins the rebounding war.
Michael Chu checks in for Burns with the 3 fouls, and at the line, Edmonds trying to complete the 3-point play. Cannot. Matthews, his 4th board. Splitting 2 defenders. Dribble drive, passed up the shot. He had it there and rolls the pass back outside. Start over. Off the bounce, the 3 ball, no good. Again, they taking a lot of threes off the bounce. And there's a strong rebound by Johnson, his 5th. On the run. Got space, got the basket. Jaden Johnson with 8, showing you what he's all about. And it's 27-24. Shamrocks.
Trinity goes to a 2-2-1 full court press.
Got it across, barely. Step through, found Matthews. And kicks it back out, so they'll restart.
At least a month.
Good position defense there. Edmonds doesn't go for the pump fakes.
Affiliate here. It's hilarious.
Matthews trying to back his man down. Got to the paint, got it up, got it in. There you go, his first basket of this half. He's got 4 in the game.
He has.
Right. It's a very pretty move.
And he's patient on offense, but he's got to get to the rim.
1-point game. Trinity on top. Jaden Johnson traveled. Turnover, 5th for Trinity. Gives it back. Tonight's coverage on Crescent City Sports is brought to you by Gibbs Construction, a leader in the construction industry in Louisiana and the Gulf Coast for more than 45 years. Transforming dreams, visions, and plans into reality. Gibbs Construction.
Right there.
working the sidelines against the trap. Matthews wanted it back. Not his game to take that shot.
No.
He knows it. Backs his man down. Fall away. And it's in. Boy, Johnson, Matthews rather, picking up his game. He's got 4 at Peabody. Back on top, 28-27. This game goes back and forth. We've had 10 lead changes. Dribble drive, put it up, miss it. Chipped out of bounds to Peabody. Well, Matthews has stepped up his game. Got 6 points, 4 boards now.
Well, that's what we're expecting to see.
Pressure back in for Trinity.
So he stepped up his game, still waiting to see something from Edmonds.
Splitting defenders on a run with the left hand. Beautifully done by Isaiah Jones. Peabody on a run, a 6-0 run to lead at 30-27. Thrasher.
That's 5 seconds.
Oh, that could have been a 5-second call. I was just about to say that. Johnson off the drive. Johnson against the double team. Fall away. That's tough. Won't go. Knocked out of bounds, 0-2 Trinity.
You know, an official's arm never goes as fast as the second hand on a clock.
You got that motion down, huh?
Never goes that
motion
fast. Yeah, it's never as
His
fast
motion,
as
slow motion.
Turn it. Blocked away Matthews. Knocked down by Matthews. Boy, has he picked up his game.
Too many dribbles in the paint.
More horses get it and call timeout. Brilliant move. What a job there by Matthews. He just wasn't going to let it happen.
Peabody's starting to wake up. You can see that. Just look at their body language. They're playing with a little bit more energy.
With 3:44 to play in the third quarter.
I think they got energized by
in that
coach
locker room.
In the locker room, yeah.
They took a tongue lashing, I'm sure.
I think they did. I mean, I don't know his team, but I've seen Coach Smith here, and I'm sure he didn't go in there and say, guys, y'all are better than
No, I coached against him many times, and I coached with him at the Nike Elite All-American camp. And he's no nonsense now.
Right.
He's not going to put up with your second best.
8 points for Justin Burns. 8 rebounds, but he's on the bench with 3 fouls for Peabody. 8 points for Jaden Johnson. 3 rebounds for Trinity. Leading scorers thus far in this one. (30-27). Peabody on top with the ball. The biggest lead has been 4 for Peabody. Feed the post. Good inside out. Good look. Yes, sir. That was beautiful.
Yeah, that's Peabody's game. You know, mid-range and at the rim.
McGinnis knocked it down his first 2, and the biggest lead of the game is 5, and the run is 8-0 for Peabody. Backdoor cut. Well defended. Johnson. Bodies up. Johnson scores.
Ooh.
Strong move.
Yeah, that was a good move.
That was.
Alex Johnson with 7. And it's 32-29. I mean, you can't play better defense than that. There's a bad pass. And a steal. All the way to the hole. And got it.
Nice job by Vassar.
Vassar with the steal and the finish. And a 1-point game. 2:50 to play in the third. Getting the feeling about this one too, guys. We've had 2 in a row like this down in the last seconds. We might have another one.
Why shouldn't we?
Yeah.
That's what this tournament's about.
Matthews, extra pass, good shooter straight away. Yep, found the shooter. And Mitchell knocks it down. He's got 6. And the lead is 4. Mitchell 6 points on 2 3-pointers. Good pick. Take it to the hole. Left-handed in by strong
That was
Vassar.
impressive right there by
Really
Vassar.
impressive. And he finished with the left hand.
Left-hand strong finish. Might have been fouled on that shot, too.
Under 2 minutes to play in the third. A 2-point game.
Hey, Wayne.
Matthews turns. He's blocked. Cleared away. Edmonds got it. Johnson scores.
Trinity stepping up their game.
Jaden Johnson ties it at 35. Minute 34 to play in the third. Johnson with 10 now. So will he and Vassar have 10 points each?
Well, Wayne, just tell her she's going to have to. Tell her.
Minute 15 to play in the third. Using the pick, didn't want to shoot. That's not Matthew's shot, he knows it. He's going to hand it off to a shooter who's harassed. McGinnis likes to run the offense and does it well. 50 seconds to play in the third. Trinity defense good. More Horses patient. Dribble drive, fake it, underneath move, blocked away.
Nice block
by Alex Johnson and taken down by Frasher. Lost out of bounds, turnover. So Trinity gives it back. A tie game with 34 seconds to play in the third. Substitutions. Robert Garland is in. Adrian Sewell is in for Peabody.
This is interesting. It looks like they're playing Matthews at the point.
Right, they have 5 bigs in the game.
14 seconds left to play in the third.
Got to make sure he doesn't get a charge here.
3 seconds, too. Long shot, no chance. Rebound control, and couldn't get it off. But we've got ourselves a tie ball game after 3, tied 35-35. It was a 1-point game after 2. It's tied 35-35 after 3, guys.
Yeah, I've said this for years. That last possession right there, I just don't understand why you just stand out there and you dribble it, and then with 3 seconds left you launch up an extra long 3. I just don't.
Yeah, Matthews, his success has come 10 feet in, catching the ball on the wing, facing up, and then backing down his guy inside of 10 feet. That's where his game is.
As well as they have started the game and started the half with a set play, it seems like you would have a set play to run at the end of a quarter.
Burns is now in the game with 3 fouls, so Coach Smith was
I'm wondering how much his hand is bothering him. He's got it all taped up, and he's handling it a lot, rubbing it a lot. He's got his fingers taped up on his left hand.
Yeah.
Tied at 35, fourth quarter set to begin.
Play ball, defense. Ball, hands on ball.
Hand it back to Thrasher, who now resets with a handoff to Vassar.
See the ball. See the ball.
Man-to-man defense.
See the ball.
Screen, Johnson, cut off. Edmonds gets to the sack and scores.
That's what we've been waiting for out of him.
Trinity takes a 2-point lead. 8 points for Julius Edmonds.
That's where he needs to catch.
Right there at the block.
Can't hit it. Strong rebound, Edmonds. His 8th.
I'll take that miss over that 30-footer he shot at the end of the quarter.
Yep.
Skip pass, restart it. Johnson left side.
Don't relax on defense. Keep moving. Keep moving.
Jaden Johnson. Alex Johnson. Baseline. Matthews cut him off. Trinity spreading the floor. Under 7 minutes to play in the game.
He's here, right? Okay, good. Keep working. Keep working. Keep working. Stay up. Pop.
Skip pass left side.
Come on, Dale. You gotta stay up on your man. All the way up.
And will be on the baseline with 6:28 to play. Kick ball.
Hey, watch the cutter. Watch the cutter. Play defense. All the way up. All the way up. Hands on ball.
Trinity patient. Warhorses defending man. Nice move, Johnson. Cut off, though, and a nice double team. And a steal. Burns has it. On the steal, the turnover by Trinity. Chance to tie here or take the lead for the Warhorses. Never much separation in this game, much like the last one.
Don't force it. Don't force it.
Looking for the post up. Not finding Burns. Here's a 3 ball. That's off. And a rebound in the corner taken down by Thrasher. Thrasher gets it to Vassar. Vassar, Johnson. 5:30 to play. 2-point lead for the Shamrocks, so they've got the ball.
All the way up. All the way up.
Lost his footing. Tied up. Or was there a timeout call? Got the timeout. With 5:19 to play, just in the nick of time, they got that timeout. Needed it. 37-35 lead for Trinity with 5:19 left. Possessions matter now the rest of the way. Scoring at a premium.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what you expect this late in the tournament with legs weary. You don't see high scores.
Peabody's doing a great job on being there on the catch. You'll notice that Trinity has no opportunity on the catch and shoot. They've taken that away from them. So now, really be tough. It'll really be tough for Trinity to score. They're going to have to run some set plays and get some looks at the rim. The only way they're going to do that is get some away from the ball picks.
Yep. 5:19 left. 37-35 in favor of Trinity over Peabody.
This is a great spot to have a good out-of-bounds play right here.
Peabody needs to be more patient on the offensive end and make sure that they don't settle for bad shots. You know, the last couple times down the court, they haven't shot high percentage shots.
Gotta have defense. Gotta go. Defense. Hands on ball. Hands on ball.
Layson in the game. Gets it to Vassar. To Johnson. To the other Johnson. Now left side to Layson. Passing game here for Trinity.
They're making it hard for Vassar to get the ball.
And Trinity's just everything's up top.
Yeah, there's no baseline action.
No.
Jaden Johnson finds Vassar. Vassar trying to back his man down. Doing so. Fakes.
Nice
Great
job.
pass. But there's a great block by Burns, but he couldn't control it. So it goes out of bounds. Great help by Burns.
Erased that.
It's great help by Burns.
Great recovery block right there.
Seems like the last 2.5 minutes have been spent down on that end.
Well, you got to give it to Trinity, too. They've been real patient.
Yeah,
on
very
the
patient,
offensive end.
yes. Yeah.
Knocked away, stolen. Garland. No. Look at Burns. Fight for it. Burns can't finish. Burns got it back. It's blocked, and it's cleared by Edmonds. What a job by Edmonds. And now a foul. And that's on Garland. Great effort by Burns. Couldn't finish. Great effort by Edmonds to get the block.
I think his hand is bothering him. I really do.
Yeah, he's both hands. One's taped up heavily. The other one got tape on it as well. 4:05 to play. We've had just 2 points in the quarter. And we're halfway through it.
Well, we knew it was going to be a defensive game for sure.
Scrambled on the steal. Johnson gets penetration. Johnson hooks a pass knocked out of bounds by Matthews.
Yeah, when there's nothing easy in the paint right now.
Timeout taken by Trinity with 3:51 to play and a 37-35 game. And we thank our good and great friends for our coverage on Crescent City Sports. Brought to you by the Lamarck Motor Company in Kenner. Lamarck Quick Lane services all makes and models, batteries, tires, oil changes, and more, all done quickly while you enjoy some popcorn. Must be a reason. 3:51 left and a 37-35 lead for Trinity in this national championship game.
Trinity needs to run some high-low action here and try to get a pin down. It's there for them, but they've got to walk their defenders up because just sitting in the lane and on all drives, the help's just waiting for the driver. So.
Trinity will have it in front court. Having trouble getting it in, finally do. Three for Johnson, no. Strong rebound, controlled by Mitchell. Mitchell forced it up. Knocked out of bounds, though, to Peabody. Bit of a forced shot there, but they maintain possession. Points hard to come by here. Still only 2 points in the entire quarter. Can change it here. Nope. Good rebound. Traffic cleared it out of there. Johnson did a good job. Alex Johnson scores.
Nice
big basket. His 9th point of the game, and it's 39-35. .305 left. Matthews spins. Matthews scores. He got aggressive, and he's got 8. And it's 39-37. Got it in a good place and made a good move. Jaden Johnson. 2:40 to play. Dribble penetration all the way to the hole, and they call a block. And it's on Burns, and it's his 4th, and there's a 2-shot foul coming. Coach Smith asking what he did wrong. At the line is Vassar to shoot 2. He's got 10 points, 6 rebounds, 2 steals. Important free throws, and he got the roll. You don't see that much on these rims. He got it. Soft touch, 3-point lead.
Touch.
Trying to make this a 2-possession game, and it matters at this stage. Perfect. Vassar comes through. He's got 12 to lead them, and it's 41-37 Trinity. 2:28 to play. Pick and roll. Burns, Hope, left hand, no good. Interesting he tried to shoot it with the left hand there. Maybe that says something about the hand. He'll shoot 2. We'll see how that works.
That's true.
Yep.
Alex Johnson gets his 3rd. Fouls no issue on that end of the ledger for Trinity in this game. Right hands it up and good. 9 points for Burns to go with 9 rebounds. Garland back in. Sewell sits for Peabody. Burns trying to cut the deficit to 2 and to get to double figures in the game. Put it up and put it in. He's in double figures with 10. It's 41-39. Full court pressure. Picked up the dribble, but got it cross court. Nice job of moving the basketball here. That's how you break the pressure. Beautiful ball movement. Get it in the middle. Penetration. Passed up the three. Johnson with a leaner. No. Rebound controlled by Johnson. He stayed after it. Big rebound with under 2 minutes left. And a 2-point lead.
Go, Rashad. Go, Rashad. Step up out there.
Frasher.
Step up.
Dribble drive.
Foul.
Back out top. Stolen by Matthews. Matthews throws it up wildly. No. And a big miss there. And a rebound controlled by Trinity. Vassar with his 7th board. Got the turnover they needed, but forced a shot.
Missed opportunity there.
All the way up. Trap.
Minute 23 left in a foul situation. You're not in the bonus. So that's the problem, unless you get a steal. Because they're not going to shoot the ball. They don't have to.
Right.
With the lead, and they know that you've got a foul, and you've got a lot of fouls to give.
Yeah, I think that's only 2 team fouls.
That's what I'm saying.
Peabody.
Yeah, and they're not fouling, and there's a minute left.
And 3's a good free throw shooter, so.
Well, I mean, you're not, but it's not a shooting foul. You got a foul.
Yeah.
There's 50 seconds left now. See how long he waits before he tells him to foul.
Go.
Got it in the middle. Oh, there's a steal.
Oh, my goodness.
A turnover by Trinity and a timeout by Peabody as Garland got the steal.
Huge
They
mistake.
stuck with their defense and it paid off. They get the turnover with 38.3 seconds to play. Yeah, it was just a bad pass.
And that's definitely a fatigue mistake right there.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Smith was yelling trap. They
Right.
just couldn't get a trap. They were keeping the ball in the middle, and then it just that errant pass. They were in the right spot, picked it up.
Yeah. So 38.3 seconds left. 41-39, the lead for Trinity over Peabody, and the War Horses will have the ball with a chance to tie or take the lead. Well, where do you go here if you're Peabody? I mean, Burns has been good. Matthews, but he has to be down low.
Yeah, I think if his hand is okay, you got to go to Burns here.
If it's the perimeter, it's Mitchell. He's made 2 threes.
I think they're going to probably set a play for Matthews, I'm sure, 10 feet in. Burns would be a good option, but I think Matthews is their go-to guy.
38.3 seconds left. Game on the line. 2-point lead for Trinity, and Peabody has the ball.
Watch this.
Team fouls.
2 and 1. 2 and 1.
Just 2 team fouls and 1 on the other
2
side.
and 1, yeah.
That's it. Here we go. 33 seconds left. War Horses must score. Mitchell penetrated, lost it off the window. They got it back. Garland saves the possession, turns and shoots. He missed it. Rebound. Matthews keeps it alive, and he's fouled with 17.5 seconds left, but only the second team foul. It's on Frasher, his first. War Horses ball with 17.5 underneath the basket. See what they run here. Burns, dribble drive. Burns right hands it up. No, but he's fouled.
There's
and
Burns,
he'll shoot 2.
He called it.
And the foul is on Alex Johnson, his 4th. And there with 14.5 seconds left, Justin Burns with 10 points and 9 rebounds to the line to shoot 2 in the clutch. He
Burns
made
has
2
been the
earlier.
guy in this game. Too bad he got in foul trouble.
Yeah.
He made 2 earlier in the quarter, and he's up there in a critical situation here. Perfect. He's got 11. Substitution for Trinity is Josiah Layson in for Alex Johnson. They go offense here, shooter. With 14.5 seconds left. This is for the tie. Got it. Burns clutch has tied the game. Got 12 points. 12 seconds left. Almost a steal. Now a loose player underneath. Edmonds turns. Edmonds shoots. Edmonds misses. Rebound fought for. Goes out of bounds to Trinity. As Jaden Johnson fought to get that board and kept the possession alive with 3.4 seconds left. Timeout Trinity to set something up. Plenty of time to get what you want here, Tim.
Yeah, I tell you what, you can go inside or outside here. I think Johnson is going to be their go-to, and then Edmonds can be there. But you know, you got to get Vassar open. I mean, Peabody's done a great job in the fourth quarter denying him the basketball and pretty much took him out of the game. But you got to look, you got to look at your two bigs right here and try to get a foul. I'd be going to either one of those on either a high-low screen, but I wouldn't settle for a three here. I'd be trying to get to the free throw line, make the referees blow the whistle.
Alex Johnson's driven very hard to the basket most of the game, so maybe try to get the ball to him on the wing and let him penetrate wing. And
the problem is they subbed him right here at the end. He wasn't even in there on this possession.
I think they put him back in.
Right, he's coming back.
He came back in.
So Vassar's going to take it. No, Vassar's not taking it out. He's in the corner.
No, it's going to be Fresher to bring it in. 3.4 seconds left. Tied at 41.
Vassar and
Championship
Johnson
on the
in the
line.
corners. Timeout.
Timeout by Peabody. Wheels are spinning here. Took a look.
Got plenty of time. You got 3 dribbles.
At least, yes.
You got to catch and you can catch and then make a pass. So they got some good options here. I'd be trying to get to the rack though here and trying to get a foul.
Not a bad idea.
And the percentage on a jump shot's not going to be there just because of their legs. They have no legs.
Right.
Agreed.
I did like the set, though. I mean, they really got good spacing on this out-of-bounds play. Let's see if Trinity's going to change that set.
Game on the line, tied at 41. 3.4 seconds left to play. Trinity will bring it in. It's still Fresher to do it.
Yeah, he's got 4. I think you heard the team.
So he has 1. Okay. Work him, Isaiah. Come on, Isaiah.
Okay, so Trinity changed their set.
Yes.
Here we go. Fresher to throw it in.
There, he had him. Edmonds
knocks
was
it
there.
inside. Ball's knocked away. Stolen. Heaves it from half court. No good. We're going to overtime. Why not?
They missed Edmonds
Of course we
underneath
are.
the basket.
Yeah.
Wide open for a layup.
Garland got the steal on the turnover, and guess what? We're going to overtime.
Well, we should have
course.
expected an overtime game.
I told my wife before I left, it's going to be overtime at one of these games.
You said it right, and congratulations, you nailed it. Well, this will be the second overtime game amongst the finals. Girls Platinum bracket was overtime with Lafayette Christian beating John Curtis Christian 68-66. We've got another overtime game. 2 out of 4. 50%, right? Last time I checked.
Well, you got to take your hat off to Peabody. Pretty much did what we expected him to do. We expected him to play a hard-fought game, and this fourth quarter has been an absolute war. The referees have swallowed the whistle and letting both teams beat each other to death.
No doubt.
Last man standing.
That's survival, really, at this point.
That's how most of these, I know in every game we played, it was just like this. It was referees were not going to bail you out. You were going to have to play through the body contact, slaps in the upside the head and the face.
So we're going to have it jumped up center circle.
Referees are doing their best not to be the determining factor on who wins this game. They're trying to let both teams duke it out and determine the victor by themselves.
Here we go in overtime, tied at 41. Double tap. Oh, Matthews has it. Matthews put it up. He missed the layup. A rebound controlled by Johnson. Huge miss there. Point blank opportunity.
It looked like he was going to dunk it, and then he decided at the last minute not to.
Edmonds down low, blocked away by Burns, cleared by Matthews.
Yeah, hesitating on a dunk is just like hesitating on a jump shot. If you're in between, you're not going to make it.
Matthews found the shooter in Mitchell. He's open for three. He's short. Matthews runs it down. 7th rebound. And Peabody will keep it. In overtime, 3:21 to play. This pass is going to carry all the way to the backcourt to Garland to restart the offense. Mitchell. Jones.
Trinity's in a zone, a 3-2 zone.
Spin move, nice move. Bouncing in. Isaiah Jones. What's the call here? Count the basket and a foul. Away from the ball. And if that's on 13, Alex Johnson, he's out of the game. Alex Johnson is gone. Big loss for Trinity. He doesn't know what the call was. He's fouled out with 2:57 to play. And the lead now goes to Peabody on the basket by Jones. And they have possession. Chance for a 4 or 5 point play here. Mitchell off the bounce, brings it back out.
That's the second time we've seen that today.
Yeah, it is. Saw that Country Day. You got a call like that earlier. Garland, 2:35 to play, 2-point lead. It's an eternity. Being ridden hard by Thrasher. He throws up a left-hand runner, no. Burns fighting for it, can't get it. And a timeout called on the rebound by Thrasher by Trinity to maintain possession with 2:21 left. In a 43-41 lead. These teams just can't separate from each other. I mean, that's it.
Yeah, that's what you expect.
You know, a lot of times the game is a game of runs, but there haven't been a lot of long runs in this game.
Well, the problem is there's no jump shots going down, so everything's got to be forced at the rim.
Yep.
And so you got everybody packing the lane. Both teams are just standing there, and you got 2 and 3 guys challenging shots at the rim. So points are really hard to come by. And I tell you what, you better be a man when you go in there and rebound in this game, and you better go get it with 2 hands, and then after you get it, you better chin the ball and you better get it out.
Better extend your elbows, squeeze it.
Well, both teams are playing in desperation mode right now. Every possession counts, and they know it.
.221 to play. 43-41 is the lead for Peabody in overtime over Trinity. Ken Trahan with Bill Gallagher and Timmy Bird from the Hilario Center. Thrasher. Bump, no call. And now they do make a call with the hip.
Double
dribble. Wow. So a turnover, Trinity, with 2:17 to play. But you're right, they're letting him play. Very physical. That was a foul there,
Yeah,
I thought.
Definitely. He walked only because of the foul.
There's Jones. Mitchell. 2 minutes to play. Might be the first team to get to a 2-score lead. The way this one's shaping up. Tight defense being employed here. Got by his man. Didn't look to score. With 1:45 left. Got it knocked away, stolen. Here he comes all the way for the tie. Put it up and score it, and one, and a chance for the 3-point play. Huge play here. And it's on Mitchell. It's his first. What a big, big play there. Vassar now with 14 points. Leading scorer and a chance to give Trinity the lead with 1:31 to play. Came off a turnover. Peabody comes back with McGinnis, replacing Garland. For the lead, Vassar. He's got 14 in the game. Gives his team the lead with 15 points, and it's 44-43. .123 to play. Mitchell. McGinnis. Defense really extending here. Step up 15-footer and no. Spun away. Good offensive rebound. Jones. Put up and in. What a basket here by Jones. He's got 8. 45-44 Peabody. Put it up, no good. Chipped out of bounds. Trinity will keep it.
Tell you what, Jones has been big here in the overtime.
Stepped up. Really has stepped up. He's got 8 points. 3 rebounds. Trinity inbounds. Edmonds. 47 seconds left. Dribble drive. Vassar knocked out of bounds. 43 seconds left. 1 point game.
Keep working, White. Keep working, White. Hey, communicate. Keep working. Ball. Keep working. Talk to him, son.
Caden Johnson gives it back to Vassar.
Okay, stay up. Stay up, Isaiah. Talk to him. Stay up, Isaiah. Stay up.
Vassar
Stay up, Isaiah.
goes baseline.
Nice
Beat his man.
move.
That's goaltending.
Huh?
Count the basket for Vassar.
Nice
And a lead for Trinity at 46-45. Great move.
Man, he set him up really, really good right there.
Got 17. And 7 rebounds. 25 seconds left. Peabody must score. Down by 1. Game on the line here. Jones has come up big.
Push off. That's going to be an offensive foul.
Offensive foul is called on Jones, I believe. Or no, they called the defensive foul. They called it on Thrasher. It's his third with 14.4 seconds left.
Wow.
2 shots are coming with the game on the line. Isaiah Jones has not been to the line in the game. He's there now with 14.4 seconds left and his team trailing by 1.
The call, it could have gone either way there.
Yeah, it looked
Certainly.
Looked like a push-off.
Looked like a bit of a push.
Jones left hands it up and no good. Must have this one.
Yep.
Making him wait, switching positions. Jones accepts it. with the second, and that is short. Rebound out of bounds to Trinity. Two big misses, 12.5 seconds left. Shamrocks ball with a 1-point lead for the championship. Got it in bounds, clear it, and they got it in the middle, and the fouls won't matter now. 7 seconds, they finally got there with 4.9. Waited too long there.
Yeah, that's way too much time.
Way too much time. Matthews commits the foul because they're not yet
almost 8 seconds
in the bonus. I mean, this game is basically over if they get it in bounds here. 4.9 seconds left. Found his man Johnson, 3, and a foul with 3.1. Johnson is fouled. Jaden Johnson. It's on Matthews, his third. So with 3.1 seconds left. Dre Vassar will line up, and at the line it's Jaden Johnson, who's got 10 in the game with a chance to increase a 1-point lead. These are important as well. Got it. He's got 11. 2-point lead. Back in, Robert Garland for 3-point purposes. Take out the big man.
Yeah, I don't agree with this. On a miss, they could, yeah, I mean, they could make it hard for them to get a shot off.
Johnson trying to make it a 3-point game, and he does with 3.1 seconds left. Got it in with 2 seconds. With 1 second, Burns forced it up. No chance. Game over. Trinity Shamrocks are the champion of the Allstate Sugar Bowl National Prep Classic National Division with a 48-45 win here. What a game, and what a job by Trinity. In overtime, 48-45 the victory. Good game, guys. Well done. Jimmy, obviously this was down to the wire. We thought it would be, and it was.
Yeah, it was a great game. Hard fought by both teams. It's a shame one of them had to lose. But got to take our hats off to Trinity. Want to congratulate them on a win, and congratulate Coach Smith and his guys for representing Louisiana in high fashion.
Really impressive job here by Trinity. They win it by the score 48-45 in overtime. And in the overtime period, they got enough done, and Vassar comes up big. He's got to be the MVP here. Dre Vassar with 17 points, 7 rebounds. He had 2 assists as well. Jaden Johnson, 12.7 rebounds. Alex Johnson fouled out, but he had 9 points and 5 rebounds. Julius Edmonds with 8 points and 8 rebounds for the Trinity Shamrocks. For the Peabody Warhorses here, didn't have anybody that pushed it to double figures beyond Justin Burns. Burns had 12 points and had 9 rebounds, 2 blocks as well. Isaiah Jones had 8 points, 3 rebounds, but had the 2 big free throws that got away there late. Jordan Matthews, 8 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. Rashad Mitchell had 6 points in the game. Gregory McGinnis Jr. had 2 points, 5 assists, and Zadrian Sewell with 3 points in the game for Peabody.
And Burns had a really good game in this game. Really played his butt off, and too bad he got in foul trouble, but he was a difference maker for Peabody.
He was certainly the most consistent guy they had out there today.
Terrific tournament. Jaden Johnson.
All tournament team being announced here. That's Jaden Johnson. Got quite a future, just a sophomore, long and talented.
Our next award is extremely important to us. As a gentleman that worked for many years here at the Ohio Center, we
tragically lost him early.
So they'll be presenting an MVP award and then team awards coming up as well.
Here at the Alario Center, he would do anything for the Allstate Sugar Bowl National Prep Classic. So in his honor, we named the MVP trophy after Drew. And here to join us tonight to present it is Mom Terry and Drew's sister, Dr. Carrie Kopanik's mom. And the Kopanik's family has been so generous. What they're going to do tonight is they're going to donate.
So waiting for the announcement. We think it's a foregone conclusion here that it's going to be Dre Vassar. Before we make some final comments and close up, want to see the championship presentation here. 4 champions crowned today. Last one being the Trinity Shamrocks out of Kentucky. 48-45. And now the most outstanding player announcement. It is Dre Vassar. Vassar will get the award. There's Vassar. Goes to get his award with a smile on his face. Gets a replica of the Sugar Bowl itself, the Sugar Bowl trophy, which is pretty nice. It's a nice keepsake to be able to take home with you, and then the 2 teams will get their respective awards, runner-up, and then championship award. All right, guys, just a few thoughts about what we saw. Bill?
Well, you saw in the beginning with all the rebounding advantage that Trinity had. You know, they kind of looked like they were going to control this game, but Peabody kept pecking around and staying around, and they made some good substitutions and got themselves energized. And then you get to the end of the game, and you know, they let the guys play, and you know, it was like last man standing, and Trinity was the last one to stand. They got the last bucket that made the difference.
Well, again, Peabody was at the line with 2 free throws. With
Peabody had a chance, you know. They had their chances to win, and nothing that's surprising that they were right in position to win with a, Coach Smith team.
War Horses getting their consolation trophy as the runner-up of this fine event.
Yeah, there's certainly nothing to be ashamed of being the runner-up of this tournament.
They got beat by a great team in overtime. Nothing to hang their heads about.
You know where they'll be in March, too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look, they were got beat by one in the semis by Carver last year. Carver won it all. They've won 9 championships. They won it last in 2020.
They'll be hard to beat. They'll be hard for a Louisiana team to beat them.
Physicality.
Yeah. And it all depends if the referees let them play. But I fully expect to see them in the state championship.
So now Trinity gets their just reward, the championship award of this event. So just a lot of good stuff. Timmy saw 4 really good championship games here today. Congratulations to Mandeville's girls, to the Lafayette Christian girls, to Archbishop Rummel boys, and to the Trinity boys for winning Allstate Sugar Bowl National Prep Classic Championships. And let's not forget the junior high title at Country Day.
Correct. High quality teams. Really represented their states in this tournament really well, and we just really are thankful and appreciative of having teams like that.
Bill, some final thoughts here.
Well, you keep getting all these good teams here because the tournament is so well run, and you could do something about all these overtime games so we don't stay low. But that's what makes the tournament so great. No,
honey, really. I'll be home eventually. Yeah, something like that.
They won't close the bridge on me. No.
Jimmy, congratulations! Another great event that you're integral in the formation of this event and execution of it. I know you have to be very proud.
Thanks, Ken. Yeah, I sure am. And Ed and Christy and Robin do a great job putting a lot of time in, and a lot of workers behind the scenes. Want to thank all of them and appreciate what you and Bill do, and what Crescent City Sports have done for this tournament. Really appreciate y'all.
It's been our pleasure. Want to thank all of our sponsors for helping make it happen. We could not do it without them. Of course, want to thank our crew, Scott Taster. Thank you, Scott, for being with us and doing a great job here this evening. Matt Beal. Bill Gallagher knows the Beal family pretty well. So, and thank you, Matt, and also Pearson Morgan. Thank you. Once again, victory for Trinity here in the championship game of the boys national bracket, 48-45. From the Hilario Center in West Wego, Ken Trahan, thank you for joining us. Be a good sport, and God bless you one and all. Rounding third and heading home. So long.